What is good, family? What is good? Welcome back to the channel. Let me see you throw those A's in the chat right away so we can get this thing rolling. What is up, my family? Hello, 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 and hello. Man, have we made it back or what, team? There are some signals that we need to go over for the broader markets. Why? Well, because I don't know. I think I'm seeing a little bit of weakness in the S&P 500, right? Using volatility, using a linear volatility, right? And stochastic momentum. I am suspicious over some signals here that I really would like to go over with you and get your thoughts on, right? So please do not be shy. Please go ahead and interact with the channel, like the video, right? Whatever you can, interact with it so we can go ahead and get this algorithm to kind of favor the YouTube likings, the preference here, right? But without any further ado, let's go ahead and just dive in to the charts, right? So, well, you know what? I was actually looking into a few different miners, right? This is another one here, CLSK, and another one that was by the ticker of ANY. Pardon me. So ANY is another one of those, right? So these, arguably speaking, have been doing pretty well. Right, check out this ticker, just continuing to go and go and go. Right, it's continuing to make a series of higher highs, higher lows, and it's proving pretty worthy here. Right, so other than this, there was one more. Right, I brought this one in. For Sebastian Lim. He's actually one of my analysts in the Discord server, and he was pretty excited to see how this was running too. But I believe there was one more, and I think it was by the ticker symbol ANY. So let's look at that one. I'm not sure if I remember this one all too well, but okay. So yeah, definitely having a little bit of trouble here. And I'd say that's probably the only one that I'm actually noticing that has some good price action. So eyeballs on ClearSpark, right? This would be CLSK. It looks like a chop zone here. If this is behaving anything like Bitcoin, then these chop areas are usually validations of new legs before a continuation to the upside, right? So heads up on that potential as well. All right. So aside from some light Bitcoin news, let's go ahead and take a look at the broader markets, right? So I want to, SPY in specific. We're also going to take a look at the E-mini future contracts for the S&P 500. Okay. So that's going to be ticker ES. But in this particular case, I would like to bring you over to the daily chart on the SPY. Okay, now, given the very essence of the price action here, we are essentially just creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. This is what's up, Alpha Trader? Very good to see you here, guys. Please make sure to give my bro a like. Make sure to give him a follow in his YouTube channel. He is also an influencer, and would love for you to give him some love, okay, team? So Alpha Trader, very good to see you, my bro. If anything here, man, I think that we're experiencing some top off levels here in the broader markets. We have to be careful, right? So that means that we're going to potentially see some more tiny squeeze plays, right, in the micro caps and the small caps, as we have been saying over the last 2 or 3 weeks now. So very good for us, right? So options is also wanting us to take a look at another ticker, right? And that would be MSTR for Micro Strategies, right? That would be co-founder and CEO, what's his name, right? Michael Saylor, and he's arguably one of the early holders of Bitcoin, one of the OGs, right? So definitely a stock to keep in mind. Options, to be fair, he has been mentioning this for quite a while, and his percentage is actually astronomical to the upside right now in holding those options contracts. So he is a very experienced options trader. He is swinging some of these options, and he is absolutely killing it. My brother, congratulations to you. I am super stoked on your position for MicroStrategies, and I encourage you to continue killing it. And we will also take a look at MSTR here in the stream, right? So let's just make sure to put it down in here so that we don't forget. And yeah, so here we go. This is going to be that ticker, right? So very eerily similar to to the Bitcoin price action, right? So yeah, big time price action here, you guys. This is a big boy moves here. We were looking at this thing before $1,000, right? And honestly speaking, options was probably in this thing at $100, right? So just so eyeballs on MSTR on MicroStrategies, right? Keep an eye out for any news or any new developments, right? Including hashtags with Sailor, Michael, maybe BTC, MSTR, or MicroStrat, right? Any of those things right there to keep yourselves in the loop, right? So MSTR, very, very good, very, very good pass here. So Joe H is saying tulips haven't spiked yet, still waiting to long them, right? Okay, so Joe H. You know what, dude? If I wasn't so that could be that could be you kind of underscoring or I would say an underscore of the tulip mania, right, in the 1600s. The Dutch were about to ruin their entire economy, right? Because everybody just needed to buy those tulips. So that was, I guess you can consider that one of the biggest squeezes in trading history, right? So the tulip mania, right? So we definitely should not have that, right? I think I would hope that we have technology enough to prevent ourselves from entering some crazy thing like that and having us destroy our entire economy like in the 1600s. Man, the Dutch almost did it to themselves, man. But we're happy that they're still here and they're still booming, right? So thumbs up for them, right? So anyway, so yeah, let's continue on the analysis here, right? So we're going to make sure to keep MSTR right back over here. And I'm going to bring you back to the S&P 500, right? We're going to look at the SPY. So let's go ahead and pull up linear volatility and stochastic momentum, right? So as you can see here, there has been a continuation to the upside in price action, right? Really strange day today, as I do think it was all due to macro analysis, right? All the data that came out, including the inflation, including today's bond auctions. There was a whole bunch of things, right? So the markets may be a little bit in shock, right? There's a little bit of indecision, but I do think that we're reaching a critical level of which we may start considering some downward price action. But please don't look at that as get short the markets right away, because the technical formation that we're in right now, that doesn't speak too bearish to me, right? This is not what you typically look at as we're about to eat crap, right? It's not. It's quite the opposite. In fact, this is signaling a potential continuation, right? So why would ARCa be saying that there could be a drop? Well, there are some hidden signals, specifically here on the daily time frame. So if we look at this daily time frame, volatility in linear, this is your critical contraction zone, right? So this is an area here where very little disbursement of returns happen. So the transaction frequency starts to slow down in here drastically, right? And your critical levels would be when you're beyond the 2.50% right down here, right? So you can see here that as soon as you reach that 2.50% and below, you're starting to print these blue bars, which mark critical contraction for every day closing, right? So in this case, we got very, very close. We didn't actually get one of those critical levels, but we are starting to expand. Now, the criteria here for, say, for example, we want to throttle, right? We want to make sure to hit the gas like in your car, right? In a muscle car. We want to hit the gas towards either east or west, or maybe north or south, right? So let's just say that, for example, the stochastic momentum was your bias, okay? Stochastic momentum will give you the direction bias. In this case, you can see that we're kind of consolidating, right? We're actually just straight ahead. Now, if we pull off a little tiny secret here, right? Not I guess you don't consider it a secret. Consider it maybe a trick, right? So let's go ahead and finesse that data. So let's go ahead and open up the settings here for the stochastic momentum indicator and use the D%, which is the 3-day exponential. This is the 3-day exponential period. Let's go ahead and adjust that to a 1 period with a smoothing factor of 1. Now, when we do that, we're getting stochastic momentum to to backward look as early as it can, right? So we're increasing the sensitivity to direction. And you can see here that it's actually facing downward, right? So let me just go ahead and undo that here and zoom in to the stochastic momentum oscillator. Yeah, so you can see here that is actually facing down. So if I'm saying that this is your bias for direction and this is the throttle, so meaning that you're expanding here, you're hitting that gas harder and harder with a downside posturing, you're likely to face downside. And we're not looking at this on a 5-minute period. We're looking at this on a daily, right? So daily time frame here is suggesting a potential downside. So if this is really the case, then we should start to potentially realize a risk off in the market, right? So until we can get further validations, then we can go ahead and get short the market or bet against the market in any which way, shape, or form we are cleverly enough able to do so, right? So this is just one signal that we're getting. The next signal could be a little bit of a smaller one here, right? We could use the 8-hour time frame to determine something very simple. Okay, so this is a divergence strategy. Okay, so what you're noticing here is a decline in volume with price action inclining, right? So this is usually a bearish divergence. That means that the attention or the rate of frequency is slowing down as you go upward, right? So there is lesser volume, sell volume, and lesser bull volume as well. That means that we are potentially reaching an inflection point, or we're reaching a critical supply zone. We don't know what that zone could be, but geometrics may be able to tell us. In the chart here, 8-hour time frame, SPY closed at about 516.55. Top side of the price action today ended up with a high of 517.49. When we're reaching those numbers, you have to ask yourself, since this is complete price discovery, right? Beyond 518.22, it's complete price discovery. This is out of the realm here. We don't know anything beyond this because we've never been there, right? So anywhere to the left, it's just non-existent, right? So in this case, we could use formation theory. We can use fractal analysis. We can use things like geometrics, like myself here, to determine what that upside can be before we face that imminent correction. Now, don't look at the correction as in ARCa saying that we're going to completely capitulate and the market is over and we're all good. There's going to be blood on the streets forever. Well, yeah, there's going to be some blood, but I don't think this is going to be the macro correction. What I do believe is that there could be a drawdown here, and that drawdown is a serious one. It's definitely not something to look at as like the 1929 crash or anything like that. But what I am suspect of is that we could be facing this top off very soon. Now, if we're observing geometric levels here, we are perfectly in the pocket that we spoke of days ago. 515.17 to 517.31. This is the 2 fib to the 2-spot 272 Fibonacci ratio at 517.32. Now, if you look right above the 2-spot 272, you're going to notice a very important retracement or a fib ratio. That's going to be your 2-spot 618 at 519.29. It is absolutely powerful, right? We usually tend to use, and I say we as in humans, even institutionally and algorithmically, it's normal. It is a thing of the norm for us to use retracements to the 2-spot 618 Fibonacci ratio, right? So that is potentially one of the targets that I'm observing here before facing a sell-off or before facing some type of correction. Okay, like I said, the markets are still in a bullish stance. This, we actually haven't broken that macro trend of higher highs and higher lows. We could still see a continuation to the upside. Now, if we do so, let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame and observe the stats on this, right? So let's go ahead and pull up one of the ARCa Bulls trading team stat indicators here, right? This is something that I've developed. So let's take a look at this. Daily time frame average true range is close to $5, around $4.64. And let's see. So that means that the top side of the price action here could lead at a daily ATR top, right? So if we were to open tomorrow's price action at around 516, right? Because it's right there, 516.55 post-market close. That means that we could face a $4.64 upside. Now, if the algorithm is telling you 521 with 75 cents, then why the hell is your 2-spot 618 at 519.29? Now, how about this? Why don't we take a look at a mean reversion, right? Let's pull it up in a manual form. Take a look at that. This is your 2 standard deviation top at 519.30. 2-spot 618, 519.29. Daily ATR top, 521.75. You're getting a massive amount of confluence here. That type of confluence is what traders look for. Traders really want to see a rhyming target. And if this is really it, that's more than likely it. Now, why am I saying 2 standard deviation? Well, the 2 standard deviation multiplier on any day is usually what price action tends to kind of revolve around. Right? So usually the price action tends to move 2 standard deviations up from the mean and 2 standard deviations down from the mean. This algorithm here gives me those targets. Now, without the algorithm, which is, by the way, available to every ARCa Bulls trading member, without that algorithm, I have this label. So this label is it's actually active, it's moving in real time as we're trading. This is completely rhyming right here, right? Upper 1 standard deviation multiplier is your 519 on a daily time frame. So all of that is absolutely rhyming, team. I do think that your ATR, your average, if you don't know what an ATR is, right, it's an average true range. That tells you how much an asset can move on a daily basis. It tells you how far up or how far down the asset, whatever underlying it is that you're looking at, can move on average based on a 14-day closing period. And this is how it's calculated. So it just so happens here that those calculations are completely confluent to the 2-spot 618, to the ATR top, and to the a shorter time frame 2 standard deviation multiplier and the daily 1 standard deviation multiplier at 519.29. Almost exactly perfect, right? So that is what I'm looking at for a range into tomorrow's price action, right? So now don't be fooled here, right? If it does open up at 516, 517, then you got to look at potential downside here. So what would prevent price action from continuing to a further downside or to a complete ATR low, which would be 512.46? You would look at your relevant supports down here. So if I'm looking at the 1-spot 618 at 513.61, that's just about just a little over a point away or shy of its true daily ATR range. But if we just drop the mouse just a little bit here into this top side, which is the Friday, March 1st candle top, that shows about 513.33. So that honestly could be one of the zones that we're looking at, either at the top of the shadow or that tail, right, or at the closing period of this candle here on Friday. So now if you look at that closing period is 512.84. Daily ATR low, 512.46. That's how we're able to determine some of the targets that we are eyeballing in the broader markets, okay? So this would be the 513.61 of the 1-spot 618 to the closing valuation of that Friday, March 1st candle of this year. The 50% of that retracement is the top of the tail. Check it out, right there. So all of that, team, is confluence. All of that is something that is critical for a day trader's journey. Okay, sometimes we would wait there and wait until we get confirmation or some type of bias telling us that, yeah, you know what, we are potentially going to continue to the upside. And now looking at more macro levels, right? Let's go ahead and just pull up maybe let's just say a brand new chart, right? So let's go ahead and put this on log and pull up the daily time frame, as I'm not going to really do too much drawing here, right? I really just want to point out some key levels for us, right? Because this is it's absolutely something that we have to observe. Okay, so what I mean by key levels, they're inflection points, right? So this top side here would be one. I'm not saying we're going there. I'm just showing you, for example, I'm showing you the obvious examples, right? So this top of the trough right here is marking off a topside target of around 479, 480, right? Which is, well, actually, you know what? About 480. So if you look all the way to the right, there is a little bit of a consolidation area near that 480, right down here. That has about 478. That creates a little zone for you, okay? So let's go ahead and take into consideration that 480 all the way to that 479 or 470, whatever it is, right? Let's just go ahead and bring it all the way down to that target. I just want to show you how I find inflection before we continue, right? It's very, very easy. It's very easy to identify these macro pivots, right? Because that's you're really looking for confluent targets. Always, team, it's about the confluence. Okay, so let's go ahead and now identify the closer the closer range pivot points. Really obvious one right here, right? Huge gap. That means that your 503 level is a key support, and one of which shall not be broken, or should not, be broken. So let's go ahead and take that into consideration. 503.08 to a low of about 504.76. This is your inflection zone. Breaking below this would entail a continuation to the downside and probably a really easy slide down to 497 from 503. So that would be about a $6 move in one shot. It would probably be an easy short, right? I'm not saying that we're going there just yet. Now that we're getting into local targets, I just want you to know that those are the pressures that we are observing. Okay. Now, 516.55 is the post-market close. Let's just say that we were to drop into this zone here, about the 508.52. That is still bullish. That is still not breaking market structure. In fact, that would concur with market structure and continue making its path to the upside. So if the bears are really going to take control here, which they very much could soon enough, I would say let the price action continue to the upper side and really get into zones where a bull trap can really be set. I don't think that the 520 area is a sound area. Of course, anything can happen in the markets. I would personally keep things closer to maybe 530 or 550. But if it so happens to be near that 520 area at 519, then it happened, right? But me personally speaking, I think that there could be a more strategic sounder way to doing this. But what I can tell you is this too. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pop up that volume profile before we finish up with the SPY ticker here and continue on the analysis with our next tickers. Here we go. Now a little brighter here. Nice. Okay, so I know that it looks random. It's a bunch of bars everywhere, but you have to identify, just try to put a filter of your own, right? Identify the more critical points, right? You can see that it's in a clear downtrend. And when you're getting this downtrend and when you're getting this uptrend here in price action, that is telling you something, right? We're slowing down. The buying is slowing down. If we are to add the volume moving average, then that can give us an idea as well. See here that we were very strong making this upside here because volume was overall above the moving average. Right? But now you can see more and more iterations going under the moving average. That is signaling contraction. And now if it is signaling contraction, let's see if we can see it. I don't know that we can see it from the daily, but maybe. Let's take a look. Okay. Well, yeah, we had already seen it earlier. This is all contraction. So now that we're getting ready to expand into hitting that throttle like we were talking about, where do you think we're going to hit it to? Right? Probably to the downside. So what we would need here as a criteria is for the moving average and the volatility component to both be pivoted towards the upside and beyond the 15% of contraction. And that would lead us for a continuation to the downside on the SPY. Okay, so that's going to be your big tech and everything else experiencing some downside, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but in the heat map, It looks like semiconductors were experiencing some pressures, right? We're getting downside on these, so we have to kind of take them as maybe a signal, right? Because these are definitely gonna assist in a potential downside, right? Now, what else was green here? Interesting. Yeah, we were observing here energy and minerals to the upside. Very impressive day for that. Retail trade was up, kind of holding off, but overall, it just, majority is red. We have some green in the markets, right? But as you can see here, it's more of an indecision than it is an overall bullish or bearish day. Again, I think it's due to the macro analysis or macro data that was released. So tomorrow may present a better opportunity. Let's see. Tomorrow being Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, let's go ahead and just go over something really quick because we're going to move on to ticker symbol MSTR. Okay, now MSTR would be subject to the price movement of Bitcoin, right? That's the idea here. So let's go ahead and take, yeah, MicroStrat was green, Bitcoin was green. That's, of course, that's all tied together. So this is one thing that we have to take a look at. Okay, so let's go ahead and put together the correlation coefficient between Bitcoin. Let's use Bitcoin futures, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. That would be your futures contracts. Let's go ahead and use, I think March would be okay for this. Okay, so I want you to see this for yourself before we continue, right? Because this is as simple as data. That's all it is. Look at the correlation between MSTR and Bitcoin. On the daily time frame, it is arguably 100% correlated. So it is absolutely tied to Bitcoin. Let's go up to the weekly time frame where it usually tends to deviate a little. We'll take a look at that. Your weekly time frame did deviate, but now it's getting closer and closer to that 100 percentile again. So that means that it's completely subject and completely slaved by the price of Bitcoin. Well, that's what it is. That's what MicroStrategy is. Their holdings of Bitcoin is what it's based around that. Right? So let's go ahead and now take a look at what has happened historically. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame and observe something that I tend to see as a little negative, but only for the immediate micro time frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this vertical line here and get moving. Let's see, where is that line? There it goes. It always disappears, right? Okay, that's going to be that day here. Okay, hold on. Let's continue here. Let's see. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to catch a statistic for ourselves here. Now, what I'm measuring here is actually from the daily time frame, but better observed from the immediate short term. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying is because I know a lot of people are playing options on this, okay? So this is a Thursday, right? Thursday, we actually had some negative price action, and the price action was not, it wasn't friendly. 1285 to a decline of 1225, right? You're looking at about a 60-point drop. Now, if we move on to the next iteration, Thursday, this was 1,043 dropping to 960 Thursday. Let's continue price here. This marks off as a good day, right? So we have one good. Okay, two good. And this price action here, pre-market to a drop, right? So it lifted off to around 514. It dropped to about 495. Okay, price action declined here from 459 to about 445. So we have, what I'm basically trying to say to you is that we have historically red days on Thursdays for Bitcoin. So if there are longs for you to consider, it is not tomorrow. If we are going to consider longs, we have to wait for the downside. We have to wait for the downside first. If we can catch the bottom side of MSTR's options contracts long on Thursday, that is your entry. Options, the largest holder of Bitcoin. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're totally right. Wow. And I think the number is around, what was it, like 150,000 or some crazy number like that. It was huge, huge numbers, right? Mark Roach, what is up, my brother? Saying U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said it's unlikely that the market interest rates will return to levels that prevailed before the COVID-19 pandemic triggered a wave of inflation and higher yields. That is absolutely monstrous. Oh, man. Oh, and yes, absolutely. Options is saying I love OPEX. So that's going to be leading on to this Friday, right? So OPEX, that's going to be your options expertise, right? We have some quarters there expiring. We have some futures expiring. We have a fair bit in there. Not quite the 210,000. Damn. So not quite the you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm just saying it's not quite the triple witching or the quad witching, but it is a prevalent day and one that we should be very careful with, right? Because they tend to push options contracts out of the money, depending on the demand of them, right? So just you don't want to get caught in the crossfire here, though. But let's move on. So LPB is saying, "Hi ARCa, do you still think Beyond is about to squirt like a partially covered fire horse opening?" The fire hose. Oh my goodness, dude. Let me. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at that after I finish up, right? So that's gonna be your ticker symbol BYND for Beyond Meat, right? This is that stock that has just been running so senselessly. Really interesting upside on this. Absolutely powerful, man. Aaron saying, can we look at the ticker symbol B? Oh man, BCAN used to be one of the tickers that my buddy used to look at all the time, dude. Let's see. Okay. And I know that it actually fell to a huge low, right? But yeah, BCAN is something that I've looked at before many a times, right? So yeah, let's just kind of keep that in the cycle here. So after LPB, let me see. So options is saying the largest Bitcoin. Yeah. Wow. This options. Wow. This is literally porn. I am seeing on the screen. Look at that crazy chart, boys. Dude. So yeah. So options is saying that this thing has a massive average true range. In fact, it does, team. And it is something that we have to respect, right? So, ticker symbol, MSTR. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop that up just so that we know exactly what that is, right? So this is leading on to the information here from just about 5 minutes ago. Since we are identifying that Thursdays are typically bearish, right? More or less, we just experienced right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out of the 6, 2 of them were bearish. That means that the majority is bearish. I'm sorry, 2 of them were bullish. So that means that the majority of them are bearish. Okay, so let's go ahead and observe the daily average true range. That algorithm is telling us that we have around a 125.31 dollar ATR. So it is expanding. It's incredible, right? But yeah, I do remember this being around 110, 113 a few days ago. But of course, with this parabolic upside, there would be an expansion on ATR. So that's absolutely magical. Okay, so if we have a $125 ATR, then what could that mean, right? So let's try to identify if there is any weakness in the first place. Well, similarly speaking, it's funny because it's meeting the criteria that the SPY has, in fact, a little bit inversely using linear volatility. You can see if you look close enough, right, we're already contracting. In fact, let me go ahead and do this here, and there you can see the contraction phase starting, right? So that means that your dispersion of returns or the frequency of transactions are slightly slowing down. They're not slowing down to the point to where it's just going to, capitulate. They're barely slowing down, which means it's landing in our statistic, right? It's landing in that probability. Now, take a look at the stochastic momentum indicator. Remember, stochastic momentum is what gives us the bias for that direction. This would give us either the upside continuation or downside continuation. So if it is, let's also maybe consider, adjusting or finessing that data, right? So let's see if we can do this on a 1-day look back with a smoothing factor of 1. We still have some upside kinked, right? So if that is the case, then let's observe what the post hours closed at. 1814 opposed to a 1774. That means that the closure here was right. It did push onto the upside a little bit more, however, still kinked. So now if we are at 1884 and we are looking to the upside, that means that your daily ATR top has already been surpassed. So beyond those targets, what the hell can we do? 1884 would mean that we have $125 above that, right? So that, we could potentially go into the $2,000 range into pre-market tomorrow or early, maybe the opening of the European trading session. There could be some pressure to the upside, and then leading into the American markets for maybe a decompression. So tomorrow, let's see the 12-hour time frame from here. Okay. Well, yeah, check it out, right? Your current ATR top, it was saying 1814.84, let's see the closure though. That's just the high. 1806. Perfect. And 1814 was that top. So check it out. Your current 12-hour average true range top, which is 100, where is it? Here, $105.20 for the current time frame ATR. That was telling you that we would potentially hit a target of 1871.35. It came close, right? We hit 1814.84. So arguably speaking, this has already been extended almost all the way. Now, why would it resist and not reach the 1871? Well, that's because of the upper bound of the first standard deviation multiplier is landing at 1810.76. So if we're not clever, if we're not looking closely at the targets that are on average put there, statistically speaking, then we're going to get hit. We're going to get trapped. Right? So what does that tell us? Does that mean puts? Does that mean longs? Hell no. But what I can tell you is that I do have the answer. Let me just go ahead and go wake up my little boy from his nap, and we'll go over just that in about 5 minutes. Okay, team, let's go ahead and just put this on hold. I'm going to wake up my son from his nap and come right back into it. All right, team. So just a moment. I appreciate everybody for coming on by. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and always, always, always consider joining the ARCa Bulls trading team. Link in the description below. All right, team. So let's go ahead and just pop up some tunes here and make sure that we can come right back here in about 5 minutes before we pull up the targets for ticker symbol MSTR. All right, team, hold on just a moment. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for showing up.
got 64. trying to be.
Welcome back, team. Thank you so much for being patient with me, right? Getting the little one up. Oh, man, for those of you who are parents, I'm sure you definitely understand, right? Waking up a 4-year-old boy from his nap is not usually the funnest thing in the world to do, right? You should have heard that guy. He was like, brah, brah, brah. He was not happy. Very much not happy to have his daddy wake him up, right? But it's all good in the hood. We are chilling and everything is okay. All right, hold on just a sec. For the quant interview, most of the questions here. What the heck? Ian, that's a guy over there, huh? I'm going to ban that guy. Oh, hell yeah. You're out. Don't you come promoting that crap up in here. No, sir. No way. All right. This guy is out. Big time out. All right. What's up, Johnny? Dude, Johnny Barnes. I don't believe you're here. Dude, I was just talking about you. Dude, I'm surprised you didn't ask me for the ticker. Get the hell out of here. Somebody just came up and asked for ticker symbol BCAN. Johnny Barnes, you tell me what you did with that ticker or what, man. Did you win or no? Oh, absolutely, Candace. You know I'm taking care of that little guy, right? Of course. We're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to continue with the micro strategies analysis here, right? Because there is an opportunity to potentially get long and continue, right? So, and by the way, options, this was something that I just redid it over here so no one saw, right? So, but this was something that I kind of back tested a little bit for you, right? Because I know that you're in this ticker, so I took a little bit of time here and there to start observing every day of the week that MicroStrategies trades against Bitcoin, and it tends to have so then with that high correlation, I back tested individual days for downside days, and it appears as though it does rhyme with a Thursday red, right? So I definitely hope that this information can come to great use for the family, right? But it's a thank you for you, my brother, or a thank you to you more than anything, right? So just gotta protect retail, gotta protect the market participants and the ARCa Bulls trading team, as you know how that thing rolls, buddy. But no, dude, no options. Thank you for everything you do, my brother. Thank you for the plays that you've provided and for the analysis that you've shown us. We all learn a great deal from each other, man. There's an incredible amount of talent in the ARCa Bulls trading team, including CoinFox. You as well, man. Dude, Cryptic Trader, an unstoppable force, right? Lots of talent in the ARCa Bulls trading team. And I can't tell you, man, how thankful I am every day to be able to share the stage with some of you dudes, man. It's incredible. And now that I feel that I have CoinFox a little more, I'm in his trust a little more, right? He's starting to bring by some of his friends, which I'm eternally thankful for too. But, yeah, Johnny Barnes, you've been watching it? Okay. You think that the war affected it greatly. I shouldn't have said that word. I said ward. The YouTube algorithm tends to be a little picky, right? But anyway, team, I am not out for 5 minutes now. We just had to wake up the little boy. Let's go ahead and now observe the potential strategy that we can get for MicroStrategies, right? So this is U.S. equity, right? It is ticker symbol MSTR. It is completely, it's completely bound to the price action of Bitcoin. And as we can see, or as we've seen over the last, couple months here, Bitcoin has been running the freaking masses, man. And it's just continuing to make higher and higher highs as it goes, right? So it's expected, right? 30 days away, Bitcoin halving, it's only around the corner. So yeah, algorithmically speaking, this would be a time where things tend to run, right? Yeah, everyone definitely has a puzzle chart, right? Everyone has a way to solve price, right? And it's a mystery all on its own. Because in all reality, price should be observed as random, right? But it is a type of random. It's and as you know, chaos, or randomness does have structure, unless identified as a mathematical term of a random walk, right? Other than that, things could be Brownian motion, and then you could see the study of structure within chaos, and that's potentially what I use, right, to identify price targets on assets, whether it be forex, futures, risk on assets, any of that stuff. So all good. But yes, team. So let's go ahead and identify this. So we already went over the small back test here of the Thursday reaction to price action, right? So we're noticing here that your Thursdays are typically bearish for Bitcoin. So, whoa, what the heck is going on there? Messed it all up. Hope I didn't blow up your speakers there, team. Anyways, and if I did, my apologies. Wrong button. So let's go ahead and continue on the analysis. We've noticed that Thursdays, yes, they've been red. So if that's the case, let's hold off on grabbing ourselves a position long until we can face a downside, right? So for that, let's use the daily time frame analysis to identify its absolute low before we can identify the immediate short-term time frame low and what we can use to prevent it from continuing, right? And I believe that's something that we already sort of did too. So let's go ahead and just point out here the 5-minute time frame, right? This 5-minute time frame is absolutely powerful. So it looks like post hours is when we made that new high of 1814.84 on ticker symbol MSTR, which makes this side here the high of day, 1775, right? So that's going to be your, let's just make sure that it is, right? So let's see, 1773, 80, 1770, 1774. There we go. Okay, so if that's the case, then let's just go ahead and mark that line in the sand there and keep it in our consideration, right? Because that is one area that can be used as a form of support before bouncing to the upside. However, we need to identify the fact that the daily time frame has $125 in average true range. So if that means that we can pull back $125, well, no worries. The indicator could do it for you, right? Daily ATR low target is 1534.68. So let's go ahead and put that into the price action as well. So 1534 would be the absolute low based on an daily ATR retracement. Right about there. So let's keep that into consideration as well. It ran to 1874 in the 24-hour market. Oof. And dude, perfect. Look at that. That was your daily your 12-hour ATR top, 1871.35. I was just talking about that a little earlier. That's awesome. So it actually did work out. All right. So since we did run up to that, here's the thing, right? It's gonna do this upside price action, and by the time traditional U.S. equities open, the likelihood of it coming back or reverting to close to its closing valuation, or just slightly gapped up, is of great potential, right? So let's not discount that either, right? So we're gonna mark off the daily ATR low, right? That was 1534 at the close, right? Remember, the close was a slightly different number. That was 1774. So it literally went up 100 points in the after hours. Okay? So gotta watch out with that, okay? So typically speaking, I tend to see the 24-hour market pump up and then pump back down. Use that as a support, or it starts deflating. Right? So if that's the case, let's go over just the data that we have, because it tends to work out no matter what. I've observed actually myself. So let's go ahead and go up to that 1814 of the 12-hour time frame. Retracement from the current mean, which is which would be 1336. So 1336 is way down here. That would honestly be your inflection points, right? So Actually, no, not an inflection. That would be your macro. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be your macro demand. Not saying that it's going there whatsoever. I'm just saying that this is an area here that would be probably your strongest demand for the shorter time frame. But if it did run to the downside even further, then this would be that area here, right? 1439.03. Not saying that we're going there again. We're just plotting out the major points here, okay? We're going to take this to a smaller time frame to identify where it can go, because there are things to prevent price action from going that low, and I will show you how to identify that. First of all, the line that we printed right over here at the 1774 mark, which is the closing of the which is actually the closing of the prior of today, that's matched with the SMA 50 on a 5-minute time frame. So that already gives you a nice area of support. But if we continue, the EMA 200 on a 5-minute time frame, which is, look, I just want to show you this. Check out how the EMA 200 has behaved against price action over the last few days. So actually, yeah, I guess a few weeks too. Let me adjust the moving averages so that you can see only the EMA 200. All right, so let's get rid of that. this and the EMA 7 and 9 and leave the orange EMA 200 moving average. You know what? I'm going to also delete the EMA 20. There we go. So this orange line is the EMA 200. So now take a look at price action, right? It's completely revolving around that EMA 200, right? So this is the 5-minute time frame. So as you can see here, we're still above it. But you can also tell that at a certain point when we move a little too far away from it, we tend to come back and test it. And it seems as though it's been quite a while here. The last 2 days, or 1.5 days of price action has been above. And it's now moving critically above it too. So that means that, yeah, we could face a little bit of correction here, potentially face a drop somewhere around the area of $1,712 to $1,700. And actually, you know what? It's a $125 average true rate. So we have to keep in mind a wider gap, right? So that would be this, let's see, right here. That would be your top trough to about the EMA 200. Facing this area here, that would be 1718 to 1694.31. That could be a zone for us to pull back to, right? In this area here, which could happen by mid-session, there could be a potential long opportunity, right? So what we don't want to do is fail the EMA 200, okay? Do not fail that EMA 200 to the downside. That can kill us. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that in the ARCa Bulls trading team. We are at 1822 presently. Nice. It deflated just a little bit, right? Very cool. So that's a 3.15% increase in the 24-hour. Okay. Now, remember, the signals that we're looking for a potential downside are kind of within the daily time frame, volatility versus momentum. It was already giving us kind of a little hint that we would pull back. So if that is the case, team, I'm going to give you a secondary zone just in case, because sometimes we tend to test another area, right? And that would be the prior day low. So meaning today's low, right? Right down here, 1620. Let me make sure that is what it is. Yeah, 1620 dead on the money appears to be that zone. So I'm not going to give you just one target. Always remember that it's best for you to observe the markets in groups of maybe ranges or zones. Right. So in this case, I do believe that we could use a relevant zone of 1634.37 to 1620.19 as your secondary area to potentially consider a long opportunity for micro strategies. Seeing that Bitcoin does have a continuation to the upside, I do believe that there is a small corrective period before it continues to the upside. And MicroStrategies is giving us that very hint as we speak. Okay, so other than that, yeah, Bitcoin futures, that would also kind of lead into that analysis, right? So it's already getting ready to deflate, right? We're getting back-to-back shooting star iterations here. 12-hour time frame just closed on that, right? 7 hours and 31 minutes to close this next bar as well. So yeah, if we do pull back, Bitcoin is already kind of showing that potential weakness. Volatility is decreasing here. So as volatility decreases in these major timeframes, that would be risk off for a lot of long call options. In fact, a lot of calls betting the upside. So short puts, right, and long calls. Those would be risk off when you start to see this deflation of volatility, because options contracts are completely dependent on implied volatility, and open interest, right? So you cannot mess with those two metrics. They're key. Oh, man. Okay. So now that we know those targets, we kind of have an idea over what could happen here, right? So if we do face that downside on MicroStrategy, 1694.31 to 1718, or the secondary zone of 1620.19 to 1634.37, what could the upside look like? Well, we can do that right now. Okay. Let's get rid of the stats window here. And let's see. I thought DJ was in here. DJ, if you are in here, let me know that you are, buddy. And I'll make sure to add you to that to the statistical list. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up geometrics here, and we're going to use this zone here, right? We're going to use the high of this zone to the low of this zone for Fibonacci retracement. So let's go ahead and take it into consideration here to get a forecast or potentials for the upside. Okay. Yeah, very, very nice. So we are resisting right now from, of course, on the 12-hour time frame, right? We're resisting at the 1.618. We already heard that we went up to 1874. That's right near the 2 fib. That is not one of the most it is relevant, right? We have to take it into consideration because it is part of the fib ratio family. But beyond that, seeing that we have $125 in ATR, we're already deep 1800s. Of course, why not thesis applies. To the upside, we can expect a retracement range between 1979.89 to 2078.13. Okay, now if we can hone in on that a little tighter, then we could use one more retracement candle, and it would be this one here, right? There's a tiny gap. So let's use that with the fib retracement to identify what those potentials could be in a tighter range. Let me get rid of the stats window and move on from here. All right. Hey, buddy. That's that little guy coming in with all the animals. All right, here we go. So let's take a fib retracement from that top to the bottom side here. And we could hone in on those targets a little more. So now, usually, you don't want to wait for the 2000 mark. So you have to, kind of watch out for that. This is my secondary zone for you, okay? First of all, definitely keep in mind your 1849 because we just used it, right? That would be your 1874 that we reached. Mad FOMO. But beyond that, we want to keep an eye on this zone here, okay? Which is confluent to the 2 fib at 1905. This would be the 4.618 and the 4.236 collaboration, 1908.96 to 1946.98. So in this area here, I would consider, or I would probably, in entertainment purposes, say, get the hell out, right? For the time being, right? I do think that this can continue to the upside. I do see that it has the high probability of continuation after a pullback, though, okay? So we need to get that breather in there. Now, if we are talking about a 1908 top and 1908 top to about a 1946 top of the range, then let's take a look at our stats. I hate that we don't have it just yet, so maybe I have to use the bi-daily upside for this. And if I can't use that, then let's use the daily. Okay, let's see what we have at the upper bounds here, right? So we have about a 1785 at the current ATR top. Let's see, 1871 and 1857. Let's see if we can find it in here somewhere. Hold on just a sec, team. We'll find the confluence and we'll make sure to plot it out and we shall be good to go. Right? So, okay. Well, there it is, right? So that's going to be, of course, it is. So that's going to be your 5-day, upper bound of the second standard deviation. So that, of course, the second standard deviation is the place where we tend to pull back. And that is confluent to 1925.64. Okay, and then now, if you see the zone that we were speaking of, right, we're tightening it up here between the 4.236 and the 4.618. What's in between that? At the 50% of returns is 1928.09. So now, the upper bound of the second standard deviation being 1925.64, which is right about here, it marks off pretty much the 50% of returns. This means that price action goes up. This will adjust to that 50% of returns, marking off 1928.09 as that potential focus. So that is what I'm observing here for ticker symbol MSTR. Now you know the downside targets, the loading zones, right? And now you know the top of the range. And that is how I think it may play out. Okay, I may be, team, I got to tell you something, man. I may be wrong. I'm not a perfect trader. No one is. Right, but what I can say is that I'm human, right? So I hope that I'm not wrong. I am boldly putting my pants down and showing you what I believe, and this is what I using several strategies, using several different forms of analysis, I do believe that this could be the area to kind of, wait up for, right? Just remember that pullback first, right? Options, of course, buddy. Dude, man, least I could do, bud. Least I could do. Okay, so, we do have a couple, hold on just a sec, team. My son's running around in the dark. Let me just turn on the light for him. Just a moment. Okay, he is good. Perfect. All right, so, sorry, I didn't notice that. Oh, dude, thank you so much for sharing that. And you know what I hate that I can't really see on my desktop is that I can only see the letter G for your name, right? So I can actually just go on into my app and see the name of who posted that, which I can't see now for some odd reason, right? So that was Glockmatics. Oh, dude, is that you, Lil AR? You were inside of the ARCa Bulls. But Glockmatics, if you are there, thank you so much for sharing that information. I'm gonna go ahead and share it here with the trading team and YouTube and everybody. So, yeah, this is what is being said here, right? Check it out. So it says, today, MSTR MicroStrategies proposed another offering of $500 million if they follow the same thing as last time. For their last $800 million buy, MSTR announced the offering on Monday, March 4th, the pricing on Tuesday, March 6th, and the completion on Monday, March 11th. If it's the same thing, if it's the same timing, they'll be announcing on Friday, possibly for plus $500 million offering, right? We'll buy sometime between Friday and Wednesday, and we'll announce completion on Wednesday next week, right? So that's the if case right here. So, which honestly, in the chart that we're being shown here, it appears as though there was massive upside on those pricings, right? So announcing the price variation, yeah, there was there was a massive upside. So very cool for whoever the penny ether is, right? I'm not sure who that person is at all, and we're not following each other, but very, very awesome information there. Very relevant, actually. That's a good piece of info. All right, so yeah, let me just go ahead and adjust the screens here and come back in, and I also need to see the the YouTube window, right? So I don't want that to be shown to you guys, right? Well, everybody else just chatting here, you're seeing the same thing twice. Aaron saying, "B-can, moon it." Yeah, my dude, of course. Let me just go ahead and apply here that ticker symbol GNS so that we don't forget, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and take just a few requests here, and then just continue, right? So I got in the line here, ticker symbol BYND, BCAN, GNS, right? So let's make sure that we can observe those tickers for a little bit here, and then move on to our market analysis, right? Very happy for everyone to be here tonight. What I haven't done is actually, sent an invite for you to join the ARCa Bulls trading team. So I'm just going to go ahead and share that link with the chat here in YouTube. So please consider hitting that link, join the ARCa Bulls trading team, because I got to say it's quite amazing to be trading alongside some very, very amazing talent in there. Okay, team. So thank you so much for considering visiting your ARCa Bulls trading team here. Appreciate you to no ends. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue here to ticker symbol BYND and see what we have, right? Of course, let's go ahead and pull up the daily time frame and see how it's behaving, right? So if I'm observing this correctly, this is playing kind of an ABCD strategy. You're sitting just upside of the 50% of returns here, so it's probably not the best time to long, but if you've already longed it, congratulations on that. Right now, what I mean by the 50, actually, you know what? It's slightly above it. So let's kind of mark that off. Just like this here. Let's go ahead and minimize that. Diminish that color a little bit. It's a little too intense, right? So right about there. So this is temporarily your chop zone, right? This is your X. This is going to be your A, B, and C, right? So this would technically be, if it would reach all the way down to D, I'm not sure if it would do that, right? But this kind of price action introduces the potential of continuation here, and it is significantly above that 50% of returns. The daily time frame is suggesting a close of this gap here, right? So there is still continuation. And the gap could be the gap top could be located in two different places. The tail down here, right? You can use that tail, and also the closing valuation of that green candle, just about there. So resistance here is looking like it would be 931 to 951. What's the 12-hour saying? 12-hour saying 889 is your top side for now. That was your closure post market. Now, let's go ahead and observe the price action here on a daily time frame for continuation. So let's see. So we're at 887 at market close. We're looking at a potential top side of $10 at the upper 1 standard deviation multiplier. So we're already signaling here 951. All right, so that is confluent to that. I would keep that in consideration. If it does continue beyond the $10 mark, then you can see an upper bound of the 2nd standard deviation multiplier at $12.08. Okay, so $12.08, we'll go ahead and mark off in here, right, and see what that is. It's honestly insinuating that you would, kind of test the top side of the price action here. That's your line right there. Okay, that's only if it moves the 2 standard deviations to the upside. But here's the critical piece of information that we have to observe. Your top end is only suggesting about an 85 cent average true range. We don't have that much to go off of, right? So the 84 to 85 cent top is about your 894 target. So $9, right? We're looking at 931 to 951. That could probably be the fact that the 12-hour time frame has continued to the upside and then came back down and closed as an indecision doji. Well, that tells us that it did have further volatility, so it could expand your current time frame ATR. And guess what? It did. Your current time frame ATR top is 949, and we are looking at what again? 931 to 951. Yeah. So this would be your top end target for ticker symbol BYND leading into tomorrow, right? So now let's observe what this can be in the immediate short time frame, right? So hourly time frame, what is it doing? Let's look at some indicators here. Well, we are completely hot, right? We're fried here on the RSI and the stochastic momentum indicator. It doesn't mean that it can't continue to the upside. In fact, historically speaking, the hourly time frame of BYND still has quite a bit to go to these iteration tops, right? So if that's the case, the likelihood of facing the upside targets during European hours or in the early pre-market are greater. So that means that we may get this top side fulfilled before or during the pre-market of the American market opening, the American market trading session. Okay, so if that's the case, team, then we would have to wait for the bounce back and wait to see if this can kind of weather the storm, right? So in that case, let's go ahead and pull up the 4-hour time frame and observe what that could be as far as a range of downside support. So let's see. Oh man, honestly, that could be a few areas here. Let's see. Maybe let's use something larger. Let's see the 12-hour and maybe even the daily. Okay. So yeah, it would be suggesting that your weekly low could be something. Your weekly low could be something to test. That would be the bottom side of this candle here, which is yesterday. Yeah, that would be yesterday at about 765. Now 765, let's see if it does have a range, and it 765 to maybe 7. Yeah, maybe 751. Okay. So yeah, 751, let's observe that, right? So 751 to that 765 area here, that could be your retracement target before it trying to make a complete, it feels like this thing is going to completely U-turn here and then come back. In other words, chop, right? So if that's the case, then yeah, your loading zone could be located down here. So now let's go to the daily time frame and observe the stats and see how far down we can go. So, yeah, okay, nice, right? Yeah, so that is rhyming with what we're talking about. Daily ATR low is $7.25. We're talking about a 751 bottom to about 765. So the area that I'm speaking of is regarding a daily gap. So that would be the reason why the ATR low would not succeed or fortify here, right? So, yeah, I think that Beyond could face this downside here after a pre-market run, and then U-turn back up. Now the U-turn, of course, we're going to have kind of a bit of a battle here to get all the way back up to this target here, but this same target on top would be the price destination, whether it be tomorrow or the following day. Okay, but yeah, I do think Beyond is looking okay. It's going to battle here for a little bit. If it does not continue to the downside into these targets here, I could give you one more range, and that range also kind of rhymes with the daily mean reversion, right? So, well, we're going to see volatility right now. So yeah, but let me just kind of point this out to you here. 815 to a bottom side to this candle low here, which matches with this candle low, which matches with this candle low. That would be 784. So this zone is another high probability. And that would be your mean reversion at 811, right? So that is completely rhyming down here. 811 would land right under that 815, right about in this zone here. Okay, so if that's the case, then that means that we are expanded, and expanded and we're contracting. Absolutely what I'm expecting. So that means top side of the Bollinger Bands, or the reversion variant indicator, which is available to every ARCa Bulls trading member under the ArcScripts channel, right? So yeah, this would be reverting back to a mean here. And that's your 811 target right at the mean and located right here on the tab. Okay, so yeah, that's presently what I'm observing here, and I do think that there is an opportunity, but please, of course, it's it's a small asset, so just be careful with the way you trade this, because this can immediately reverse at any moment, right? And I wouldn't like to see that. Okay, team, very cool. So that's going to be ticker symbol BYND for you. Let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol. That's going to be BCAN, right? So let me get rid of that, and I hated that when it disconnects like that. Okay, so here we go. Let me go ahead and close the stats window here and observe the daily time frame. Let me get rid of the correlation coefficient. Let's load up that daily, expand, and let's, what the heck happened over there? Just a moment, team. My goodness. Cool deal. Okay. So, wow. What the hell? And it continued. Okay, so daily time frame. Closure, where was it? 261. 264 on a 12-hour. What happened here? Let's see. Campsoft Enterprises Inc. announces voluntary delisting from Canadian Securities Exchange. Wow. Let's see where BCAN comes in. To receive, apply to receive an approval for, yep, got it. Is this, okay, so they're delisting, so naturally Beyond is experiencing the pump because this, or who's delisting? Beyond is delisting. Yeah, that's confusing as all hell. Dude, yeah, we have a couple people in here trading BCAN, but I feel like this is going to continue to the downside, and I'll tell you why. In a psychological or through a psychological perspective, this is kind of it's not quite validated just yet, but this is strikingly similar to an Adam and Eve formation, right? So in other words, an inverted cup and handle. And yeah, so that would be something like this, right? We'll curve again right here, and we'll apply that secondary curve just to about that point there, and this gives you a price objective too. So if that price objective does get realized, then the downside continuation would be similar to a dead cat bounce. In fact, a higher time frame would show as a dead cat bounce, opposing the immediate short term. So the target here would be 169. Damn it, Aaron. CoinFox, hell yes, dude. I'm so happy you got rest, my brother. That is amazing. I love it, dude. I love it. Yeah, so this was a voluntary delisting, BYND. I hope it does. I hope it does, but this could be the shakeout. So we're going to observe a couple things though. Hold on. Okay, we're going to observe a couple things. We're going to go over the bearish side, and we're going to invalidate the bearish side too. This is the way I teach my master students. Right? I tend to show them how to create the thesis and how to invalidate the thesis in order for them to have a higher probability move. So not to put all the eggs in one basket. Right? So, downside trajectory here on a psychological formation would hint at the probabilities of reaching a target of 0169. But let's take a look at this. How can we invalidate that downside? Well, have we spent enough time down here to recover any of the moving averages? Well, let's take a look at that first sign. Right? Okay. So, very good signal here. The fact that you're starting to get curvature from the EMA 9, EMA 7, and the SMA 5. You're starting to get that curve, right? Not only that, is more importantly, it looks like we're about to start testing the SMA 50 right here. That SMA 50 is critical to invalidate this formation. 30-minute time frame triple moving average crossover for the bulls have just happened. SMA period 5 crossing over the period 10 and period 20 is currently happening on the 30-minute time frame, which is good. So that kind of begs me to pull up stochastic momentum against linear volatility and take a look at this. So we have stochastic momentum in the bullish control zone. And we're apparently getting a little bit of an expansion phase signal. As soon as the volatility component, the spectrum line, crosses above that moving average, then the moving average would then start shifting towards that upside as well. And that can happen within maybe 2 hours. Seeing 4 30-minute closing periods. So that would be around the time where we can see a shift to the upside, and that would be your initial thrust. So the initial thrust or the initial strike, think of it like a plank of wood in water, right? So you have water completely still. Water is at a complete still, right? What happens and how hard would it take for you to ripple water with a strike of a wooden pallet enough so that it can travel down into larger distances? And in what strategy would that be in? Right? So if you strike it flat, like as though it just, if you like belly flopped it, right? It probably wouldn't be that big of a ripple. But if you kind of rolled it in a huge strike, then you would get a huge far off signal. That is what we're not going to be able to see until a couple periods of the hourly closure. So we're going to need about a bi-hourly close into a 3-hour close to see how this initial thrust happened, right? We need to see the effects of the ripple, because if you're observing momentum, we need to verse that with time and the impact, right? So using a little bit of physics here, we're going to be able to identify how strong that can be. We need for the ripple to at least reach the 3-hour time frame upside. We're already getting a little bit of that signal, right? So let's go back to the 30-minute. Let's jump into the hourly. Hourly is getting that upside, right? Bi-hourly appears to be feeding off of it a little bit, right? So yeah, that means that we're still in the process of expanding, right? So 30-minute time frame getting a little bit of a pivot here, right, on volatility. Let's move on to that hourly time frame. Hourly time frame is actually continuing to contract, but we have that upside. So that means that, yeah, we're going to need a bigger thrust to the upside. Here's your 15-minute thrusting to the upside, crossover above the moving average. This is cascading into the 30-minute, which is about to cross over, right? Upside pivot on stochastics, and the hourly time frame has not pivoted just yet. But something tells me that it will. All right, so that now is telling us that we have an upside probability here, and we could maybe have found the floor. So let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame and see our position against major moving averages. Okay. That's good to see. Let me pull up the stats window. Let me get that in here too, right? Let's see. ABT stats. Okay, so we have about a 3-cent average true range on the daily time frame. 3, 4, 5. That would set us up with a top side of about 564. If it reaches a full daily ATR top, that would be kind of powerful, actually. Let me see. And what would that be? Oh man. So yeah, it's suggesting here that we may, I don't know about one day here, right? But your eventual target would be around 422. Let's see. So if that's the case, what is there? Let me see. Let me get rid of the moving averages. This is super curious. Okay, clear resistance at about 4 cents. Okay, well, yeah, that would be it right here. It's a temporary resistance area. It's saying the average true range is about. Let's get that stats window up one more time. If we're counting, that's suggesting, oof. Daily ATR top would actually be 6 cents. Damn. Okay, before it reaches 6 cents, I believe it would stop here at 481 to 442. This would be an area of temporary resistance, but I will say that it would require closing basis of I would say maybe, seeing that this is a huge topside here, probably a 4-hour closing candle above this range here would do it for me for continuation. And just know that what I'm talking about here is ridiculous upside, right? This is about an 82% gain. So you use your own, discretion here, right? I'm not particularly fond of valuations like this because at any moment, someone could just, pull that rug and have everybody just fall, literally just fall, right? So I know that this is a strategy, and oftentimes the strategy tends to fail. Remember that panic dip buys are usually unsuccessful, okay? But in this case, I think you may be one of the lucky ones here, and you may be experiencing a continuation to the top. So if there is a resistance to look out for, it would be close to the 27 mark on the 5-minute, but let me see the daily. 38 and yeah, so it would be just about 38. So let me go back to the 5-minute here. Nice. Okay, yeah, it is that junction right in here. I'm gonna mark it off for you. Yeah, this is it here. So this would be 38 to about 39.5 as a potential top side of the resistance if we do reach the full-on ATR tomorrow, right? So yeah, I'm sorry, if we're reaching 38, that would be the full daily ATR top. If we could. That is if we could. All right. So what else can I look at just so I don't absolutely kill you? Okay, yeah, there's one more thing, right? So if this is an inverted cup and this invalidates, that means that we could use this as a topside target inversely. So now take a look at that. There's your topside target. Bam. 3882. Confluence. Or confluent. Confluent. My goodness. Anyway, one more thing to backtest here would be your, I think we can use the Fibonacci retracement tool here to this point and see if we have any rhyming. Okay, so eyeballs on the 3630 of the 2-spot 618 retracement. Hold on. Holy crap, never mind. There we go. Let's use the entire range here. And 38 again at the 1-spot 618. And it is the 50% of returns in that area. Damn it to hell. Right? So there you go. That's so if you want me to tighten up the target even more, right, which I hate doing, but it's okay, right? I'll do it here for you guys because I love you, because I know you'll join the ARCa Bulls trading team literally tonight. So then we would take into consideration the 50% to the 1-spot 618 at 389. So this would in reality be your focus. Okay, here we go. And that is it right there. Cool. Well, let me not make it so damn bright. There we go. Good stuff, team. Dude. Yeah, Soundhound again. What? Robinhood is pumping? Yeah, Aaron, that's what I'm thinking here. But just, I guess I could give you one more piece of analysis. Let me see. Let me go into those speculative numbers, man. I don't like 3 minutes. I don't like 2 minutes too much, right? But let me try it. Let's see. I'm going to have to pull up the bag of tricks here. Tricks are for kids. Let's see, 4 minute. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Let me see the 10-minute then. What I'm trying to do is catch the RSI signal, cyan line, beneath the SMA 14. Let me see. Almost. Almost. Oh, damn. That's a little tough there. Okay. I think, okay, there we go. So the 8-hour time frame is really what, yep. I think the 8-hour time frame here would thrust the RSI signal up. It'll pressure the SMA 14 a little further in to the 32% gravitational zone. That would be your RSI pump and RSI decline, aka the 380 mark. So now that 380 mark would be to come back and validate your top side of 318 before continuing to the upside and eventually reaching the 442 to 481 target. If you do get a closure of a 4-hour candle, ideally 8 hours, but 4 hours should do it, above the let's see, what target was it again? Above the 481 mark, then the probabilities are starting to land for you to go to the 535 of the 2.618 Fibonacci ratio. It is completely dependent on that formula. If it does not follow that, what I mean is that if it doesn't get the closure, the validations and confirmations for that, then it's game over. Okay, it probably is going to continue to the downside to realize that 162 target that we were observing, but the charts are not really showing that, right? So just heads up on that. Coin, we're going to take a look at those. You know what? I'm going to have to go over for you one thing that I saw on the SPY, but let me take over one more request here, right? We have that ticker symbol GNS to observe, but that's the analysis here, team, for ticker symbol BCAN. Please be very careful how this is traded. Make sure to use proper risk management, and I think everything would be cool. All right, team. So yeah, let's go ahead and now move on. Yeah, let's see. Sebastian Lim is saying PRST could be an opportunity tomorrow. You know what? I haven't actually paid attention to it. And was that wait, Sebastian, I think you've pointed that out before. Was that another ticker you've looked at? You just saw it now? Okay. All right, remind me, we'll take a look at that one too, my brother. Oh, keyboard level is low. Let me just go ahead and charge that, team. Hold on. Let me get that cable. Okay. All right. We have the silly thing charging now. Good deal. Because it's both. Wireless and wired. Okay. Is that cable a micro? No, it's Logitech. It's Logitech G Hub. Dude, this keyboard is freaking fire. I think it was like somewhere like $300 or something, dude, back when I got it. And it's, oh, man. I can type like a madman on it. I go very, very fast. It's an amazing keyboard. Actually, Zephram was the one who told me to get it. Joseph Brezzi saying, how do you know so much, bro? My brain does not allow me to absorb so much. Dude, Joseph, I don't know. I mean, to tell you the truth, man, whoever I know that trades the markets at a competitive level, like, I mean, really trades and are consistently profitable, those people are actually people who love what they do, man. And I do too, man. I gotta tell you, I love solving this puzzle. I love everything about it. So when you love everything about something, you'll try to learn everything about it too. But that's my honest truth, man. I just like it so much. I read and study all the time. And I use my imagination and I come up with new concepts, and if they have an edge, then I'm good. So Options is saying I do shrooms to expand my mind. Dude, I would probably be useless. I need to be super sharp. Anyway, but yes, let's go ahead and look at that one, that last request here, and we will move on. Right, there's still some things to take a look at, team, that could be of amazing opportunities, but we need to study the markets here. Right, so Johnny Barnes, I got you with GNS. Let's take a look at this now, right? Cool. So let's pull back here to the daily time frame, of course, and see what GNS has been doing, right? So it's been a while since I saw this thing. All right, cool. So whenever I saw it, we didn't quite meet the targets that we wanted, but we met the first one. Silly times here. Okay. And this massive channel continued. What the hell? Yeah, I remember talking about this. Like, I did not like this triangle because it was already at the 90%. So likelihood of failing it was the bigger probability. That did happen. Sorry, I'm just going back on my notes for GNS just to make sure that I am aware over what could be happening next, right? Let's see this boy. Yikes, dude, it actually penetrated a multi-year. Oh, no, December 22nd, December 2022 lows. I guess not so macro, but yeah, it is I mean, it is a biannual low. So if we can, oh man, we're at are we breaking that again, dude? Oh man. Okay, this is not looking like the best in the world, okay? CoinFox saying, how does he know so much? Like he tells you guys, get those hours in. 2,000 to 10,000 hours. Never stop learning or you start dying, fam. Options, I imagine in ARCa laughing the entire trading session. Dude, not always, man. But there, like any other trader, there are some times where you're just trapped and you're like, oh, damn it, man. Now I have to make the decision. Am I gonna FOMO my way back into profitability? Am I gonna make it back? Like, you're at that point where you're just like, I will take break even if anything. There's those moments, man. I'm not immune to those. I'm still only human, right? I'm around 6,500 hours, probably approaching 7,000, right? So it's man, I'm not perfect. I'm not at mastery yet, right? But I imagine that when I do reach 10,000 hours, that there could be a pretty good shift in my knowledge and the way that I observe markets. In fact, just recently I started I'm developing a few damn indicators, okay, team? Another idea is I'm using point of control, right? So this is another strategy that I'm trying to implement. And but the point of control indicator is not so that it just displays the vertical or the horizontal volume bar, is for it to identify the pockets of the 70% of the time period of the transaction frequency to be highlighted, right? So I want to know that on pane. So that's what I'm doing right now, right? So you can see I'm expanding, but not, with the shroom. I'm expanding with code and robotics and silly things like those, right? So anyway, team, I want to just point out here that it appears as though the price action here over the last, I would say, well, yeah, take a look for yourself, right? August 2023 to now, March 2024. There has been a significant use of both of these areas, right? So right in here, you can see that bottom half, price action on the lower end of the channel, right? And then you can see here that we chopped around that upper half. Right before that, we chopped around that lower half as well. And, obviously speaking here, right? So it looks like the majority of the time we've spent on the bottom, on the lower end of the channel. And again here, right? So could there be a bounce soon? Well, I guess so. But we may have to experience in iteration something along the lines of this, right? So you can see that we were respecting. We even tried to recover it, but we failed completely. As soon as we got a daily closure, let me zoom in. As soon as we got a daily closure, I mean clean close. This is what I tell you by clean close all the time. Everybody asks me, what do you mean, ARCa, by a clean close? I mean a candle closing with no interaction or contact to the I guess you can call it the trend line, to the reversion, to the whatever it is, your inflection, your resistance, anything. This was the first candle. As soon as we got that closure, you continue to the downside here, right? But that downside wasn't random. You were very close to this low here. This being November 9th, 2023. Going back a couple months, your August lows were right at 5003. And this right here as well, right at that 50 cent mark. So it looks like price action came double bottomed and then continued to the upside. Now that I'm observing price action from where we are now, it appears as though we may be trying to do just that, except this time to 2377, right down here. Now, if we are to observe a potential here, well, this, I would really like more of a parabolic drop, but if we're going to use maybe a dead cat bound strategy here, maybe we could, right? Let's just try it. We take a trend line from the top side of the price all the way to the bottom side, right? Use psychology for our potentials here. Apply it to the downside, and this is suggesting a bottom side of 2281, and this is telling you that you have a 2377 bottom. So it is in some way, shape, or form confluent. Let's use a fib retracement. So it looks like the 2-spot 272 is landing at about 2172. This is 2281 and 2377. If we are going to use any fib retracement, it would honestly be the 2 fib at 2296. Let me take into consideration the top of the candle, though, the top of the range. I'm going to use that for a tighter range, a tighter price range, right in there. I don't even have enough room to do it. How else can I do it? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try something a little different here. And I'm going to take into consideration this range high of the range low. So swing high to the swing low right here. Right? So let's see that, and let's see if we can get a tighter projection. Still coming up a little bit short here, but it is confluent, right? You're 2481, 2450 at the 4-spot 618. I still need a little more space, right? So I was talking to my students about this just the other day, that I would have to try over and over again until I see something that rhymes a little more like my targets that I'm looking for. I can take one more zone. This would be a critical area too. This gap low to the range high, right? So let's try that as well. And this feels a little, yeah, this may be a little better here. Okay, so still, I think the 2 fib would be the closest, the closest ratio that we can use for the target. And one more thing that you could observe here is the simple fact that it may not be a dead cat. And what we're doing now is trying to force the formation. So in that case, I'm not going to do that. In fact, the price action is just going to have to speak for itself. Raw price action is suggesting this bottom side of 2377. We may actually just have to do that. Okay, so what could support that bottom side thesis? Well, one thing could be in line. It may be that we have some macro time frame RSI above, and we'll try to validate this. Oh, in fact, it's I see it. Blech. Right. So this is what I mean here. 6 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. You have your RSI resistance at the SMA 14. So let me see. The hourly is above. Bi-hourly is about to bounce, which then would use the 3 hour resistance at the prior. Yeah, it's cascading for a bearish move. So we're going to face a little bit of an upside first. Tomorrow, I would say resistance at around 3140. Before we can get that 3140, then actually, you know what? 3140 to about 3305, 3140, 3140, 3305. Hold on. 3140, 3305. Resistance here, right? Otherwise, the 50% mark and everywhere we've been resisting forever. And then retracement. The catch. The catch is, I don't know where the catch is going to be. So that's where I'm telling you. I feel like, the 12-hour time frame, still a little bit of upside to go here. We could experience a full ATR top. It looks like your daily ATR top target would be 34.32. We are observing 33.05. All right, good. Yeah, so we're in the pocket, right? So I think that we have to watch out for the upside first. Then we would reject and continue to a lower downside here. And that's going to be where we're gonna have to observe a couple of targets, right? I'm going to highlight here the one spot 618 at 24.81 to 22.96, and that's going to be my final offer. This one was a little tough, man. I got to say, I don't like these assets. I'm telling you, they're harder to read. But I mean, overall, it's the same thing. Whatever. I'm going to apply my system the way I do everywhere. Right, but this is what I'm observing. That was annoying. My goodness, man. Oh yeah, you know what, dude? Yeah, to your let me see. Yeah, but Johnny Barnes saying forcing is not good. Completely agreed, my brother. So why don't we take a look at. Dude, yeah, I'll do that right before we move on. I'll take one more. This is it, though. Okay, so, let's take a look at Swin. What did we say yesterday about it? Let me zoom out here. Damn. What the hell happened on that 12-hour candle? Wow. Let's see. Okay, huge bear volume. Damn it. 5-minute time frame is really overextended. It still has a little bit of room to go. I have a feeling this is on its way to the EMA 200. Let me see the 50. Oh yeah, it just converted the 50 into a support. Upside is likely here. That EMA 200. It is at a pre-market low, right? So there is some resistance there, but I see a support. And that would be your post-market high, right about 2153. So check this out. Yeah, it does look like an offering. Check this out. I think that price action can perform this. Upside price, rejection at the EMA 200, drop back down to the 2150, which is this zone here. Let me see. Yeah. 2150 drop. This would be the continuation. And where the hell can we go? Let's see. Oh, man. I want to say... I really want to say 3266 because of that 5-minute gap, but it's not so... okay, I'm going to say that... I don't usually do this, but I'm going to say the top of the gap because of the pre-market high on Monday, March 11th. So that would be about 34.19. So I'm going to create a range for you. Okay, 34.19 to the bottom side of that gap, which is about 32.69. I think honestly like 34.19. So this is what I'm seeing as a top side target, maybe leading into tomorrow. But if you don't combat this area here, if you don't, turn it into a support, then you would potentially correct and just continue on a downside. Yeah, the thing is that this is already breaking. It's already breaking market structure, man. It's this was I mean, arguably speaking, it still has, your higher lows. I guess it's still in some way bullish. I don't like it that it broke. It broke the weekly low. It completely broke the weekly low, and the only thing that's kind of saving it is the fact that it closed at 1979 and not at 1160. This is a ridiculous day. How the hell did it move that much? It's a $19 asset. It was 72 all today? Dude, what the heck? Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Anyway. So yeah, I think that this would be your top side of the resistance. And if you're looking at a shorter time frame, then yeah, that could be your lower high here. Maybe. But nonetheless, I still see an upside continuation. It may not last all the way. Maybe by Euro Open around lunchtime NYC, this thing could maybe give out. And then fulfill its fate. That hourly candle is terrible, man. That is definitely, if it does make that upside, yeah, it definitely has to break this EMA 200 on the hourly. That's terrible. I'm not gonna lie. This has a tough way up, but if sentiment takes over, then it'll go. But yeah, team, just. Can I express just in honesty here? I failed to look at the $72 top and it reverting back to $11. That's, my buddy CoinFox, that's what he determines as kill candles, so those are usually, that's like kind of it, that's sometimes that can just be considered like the kind of like the end or the beginning of the end. Before it continues to the downside. What was that volume on this too, right? That's another thing I need to observe. 3.2 million. Prior to that was 140,000, 160K, 393K, 636K. 2 million candle on this one. This is still bigger. 3 million candle. This is 800K, 200K, 140. Yeah, man, this can actually start a panic sell, and it could also be an entire stop run, which already did, right? But it looks like it's going to continue. I'm trying to be as honest as I can be, right? I don't want to be an ass about this, but it looks like it wants to die. That's a lot, man. That's really a lot. Okay, so Let me take a look at the comments here. Let's see. Uno Mas Swin, yeah. Forcing is not good. CoinFox saying looks like it's an offering, yeah. And saying, look, I want to say it's dead. CoinFox, dude, I didn't want to say that. I don't know, man. It does. You think it's just gonna take it and then just a rug pull here? I mean, it already rugged apparently. So he's CoinFox is saying it really does look like an offering was that dump near or right after the close. It's actually, I think it was the intraday. So this was this was about 8 a.m. Pacific. This was just about an hour and a half in. Let me see when it started though. What's the 15-minute time frame saying? Yeah, this weird little shooting star here, that was 8:30 a.m. That is kind of random though, dude. And 3 rising methods, 15 time frame, and then complete rejection. Gaps, dude. Gaps down. Holy crap. Bosco saying thanks, Papa. They keep halting all day. Wait a second. Didn't I say that earlier today? I think I saw Swin dropping and I said this thing is halted. Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? And then I said, dude, this thing is about to drop 10 points. And it did drop 10 points right when I said it. Wasn't that the one? Or am I trippy? Anyway. But yeah, that's those are my thoughts on this one, buddy. Just eyeballs on that, right? So coin, right? Just to tell you what I showed the team earlier. I'm noticing like a huge bearish divergence, volume versus price on the SPY. Major inflection is still around the 503 area. I feel like this probably has a little bit further of an upside to consider. I mean, really, I don't know that it's going to surpass. I was giving the targets of about here, look. The 2.618 at 519.29. I have it's confluent to the daily ATR top at 521. It's also confluent to the upper one standard deviation multiplier at 519.29. I mean, it's exactly the 2.618, 519.29 and 519.29. And I think the 12-hour also gave us some hints, right? Yeah, the upper one standard deviation multiplier on the 12 hours 518, and the current 12-hour ATR top is 519.08. So, dude, I there's a lot of rhyming with the 519 top, and I think that if it doesn't continue, if it doesn't continue into the 530 mark, closer to that 530, then if we take this 519, then that would be it, dude. I think this would be that very, very shy attempt at getting that 529 2.618 and then getting the downside. Now here's why. Check this out. So if I'm observing linear volatility and momentum, let me give you this, right? So honestly, I gotta put that back to a period look back of 3. And okay, so let's go over volatility here. So we were in critical contraction, right? Meaning that starting from here, Friday, March 1st, there was an immediate shock in volatility. Meaning the dispersion of return started to slow down. So lesser frequency buy or short, right? And it continued to the downside. And it's still contracting until we reached this bottom side here, right? This recovery. We did a V-shaped recovery, and now we printed this little weird candle that looks like it literally looks like it's afraid of all this data. Like a bunch of data came out and it's like, do I want to go? No, I don't want to go. Yes, I do. No. And it just stayed there, right? So that's all it tells me, that we were afraid, right? So if we could experience a more volatile day, that could be from the immediate short-term time frame. So early pre-market, maybe Euro open to early pre-market, to the pre-market, we could see a run to the upside. So I'm saying that maybe we open up at a gap, and that would be the gap fill reversal, if that's the case. So 519.29 would be your top side, this thing gap fill reversal, and then we could experience a continuation to the downside. So I was seeing QQQ at a potentially 453 before the crater too. Oh, okay, so that's kind of and feels so heavy up here, like it's limp mode. I think after OPEX, right, there's going to be some massive selling. Yeah. So here's my thesis. We have volatility expansion. The volatility component is above the 15th percentile. And it's only a matter of time before, this is on the daily, by the way, right? So it's only a matter of time before the moving average also continues to the upside, which means that we're going to be throttling towards a direction. So we're getting higher frequency of transaction here. So if that's the case, if returns are starting to increase in frequency, we need a bias. So if we're going to focus on bias, well, then let's use stochastics, right? And finessing that data like I did a little earlier, right? Let's just have it early read it. So a period of 1 on D% with a smoothing factor of 1 puts us at a downside. But it's still the daily read, right? So meaning that we still have immediate short-term fluctuations before we experience the overall downside here. So this is my thesis. I think immediate short-term time frame upside, test some critical levels, and then we could start to see the beginning of the end for a bit, right? I don't think it's going to be a major correction just yet. We still have some targets to kind of get over. In particular, let me go back to this chart here, right? So the major inflection point for me is still 503. Right, 503.18 to 504.76. It's a clear line in the sand, massive gap there. So if we pull back from, if we pull back here, even to this 508.46, I think this is still bullish territory. In fact, it would just be another higher low. But if we start failing the 508.46 and start testing this demand, if the bulls don't really load up on this 503.18, this would slide down 6 points. That would be sub $500 if we fail the 503. So CoinFox is saying maybe pop on the PPI tomorrow. Oh, we have that's right. It's always and also core, right? So we need to see the producer price index tomorrow. It is also a market mover, right? So if we're noticing that. If we're noticing that we are spending a little, if we notice that we spent more, so if producers are reporting like a higher percentage, then it would probably bull trap. I see it, dude. Yeah. I think we're about to set a bull trap. Damn. And like I said, team, 519.29 and I would say, preferably, I think that I would take it closer to 530, right? Because then people are going to feel 550. So in that case, the 530 may be, a better trap zone, like 534-ish. You know what I mean? Around there. But there's a lot of rhyming here with the 519.29, so I can't ignore it. So we have to keep the data in there. But it's not to say that there's nothing else in life that's existent, right? Because as you can see here, the 4 spot 618 is that target that I'm telling you, right? It's 530.85. I don't know. But it's what I do know, team, is that this is primed for a potential downside, which now makes me curious over something. Oh, damn, I wish I have it. Let me see. Over 90%. Contraction upside. WWP, that's the upside. Bi-weekly expansion upside, okay. Let me see. Oh, damn. Okay. Let me see if maybe the bi-daily. Maybe, okay, there's two of them. Let me try the bi-daily one and let's see what I measured here. Okay, this was an upside strategy. It does have a high hit rate. No, not that one. Let's see. I have so many back tests of I feel so naked. You're looking at my data here, you know. You're looking at all my titles. So silly. Oh, damn. Right. I need to complete this one. Ah, damn it. Oh, but it was an upside anyway. Okay. So that tells me I have to get my daily back. I've never done a daily back test. That's crap. That is a lie. Let me double check. Critical expanding the contraction outside. Okay. One more time. Ah, damn you. Oh, I feel like I have it somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to have to just look back. Sorry about that, team. I thought I had a daily time frame backtest for a downside here, but I have like so many of them. And I'm not going to doubt I didn't title it like a freaking moron. So I'm going to have to go back and yeah, I'm going to have to see. But yeah, the conditions here for a downside, they're freaking definitely present. From this would be critical contraction to expansion with stochastic momentum bias downside. That would be a daily backtest. So I want to, in other words, I want to see how many times we've experienced a downside based on that strategy, right? Contraction to expansion. Joseph saying, bro, you never get tired. Dude, I think it's because I just like it a lot, man. It's cool. It's such a cool thing to do. I promise you, man. It's just, I really do love it. It's good stuff. But yeah, you guys, man, I wish I had that data, but it's okay. The setup is there. The conditions are there. We just need, and I feel like I may actually backtest it tonight, because the criteria would be this. We need the volatility expansion beyond the 15% and the crossing of the moving average. So in other words, this contraction phase upside, right? And you can see here moving average crossover, right? So this upside is what we're looking for. Both of the volatility component, spectrum line, and the moving average pivoted towards the upside, paired with the downside of stochastic momentum, because it's already suggesting a downside. That is the criteria that I want to backtest. I don't know that I'm going to backtest the entire trading history. In fact, I'm going to backtest 18 months. And 18 months of activity will tell us what the probabilities would be, statistically speaking, in the coming days. I don't want to just say that we're going to face a downside. I want to nail a target to the downside. I'm getting all aggressive here, but yes, I do. I really do. I don't want to just say we're going to start falling. I'm going to tell you what the hell it's going to do. But it's just because I'm a freaking nerd, guys. Okay, so so just sit back and relax and let ARCa go nuts over here, right? But yes, that is what I'm looking at for the SPY, and in some sense, it is kind of relevant to what the ES is also doing, right? So, you know, to its credibility, just I will look at the SPY and I will also kind of correlate to the S&P E-mini futures contracts. And again, team, ticker symbol TSLA, another freaking drop today. Oh my goodness, it just does not get tired. And you know what? Look, actually, the back test on Tesla, I think that's already invalidated. But let me see. That's just massive, right? But let's see. So I have them. Where do I have them? Wow, so much of that's a huge amount of data. Oh my goodness, man, that's insane. Okay. Oh, yeah. You gotta be kidding me. No way. Hold on. Is Tesla about to fire off another signal? No. Okay. I'm so happy that I'm watching this. Hold on just a moment. Critical contraction, right? These are the factors here. So critical contraction. I'm on the, why is it 1 day? It's supposed to be the buy daily. So let's see. Oh yeah, it is the buy daily. Okay, so let me just make sure that this is corrected to a buy daily. So critical contraction to expansion. We have both. Oh my goodness. We have both of the moving average and the volatility component pivoted towards the upside, expanding, right? Now we need the downside on stochastics. Holy God. This thing just fired off a signal today. Oh, dude. No way. Guys. I can't tell you what I'm about to tell you. I can't even express to you what I'm about to tell you. Okay. By daily time frame, we broke the market structure here. Stochastics. This means that this trend line rejection, it's invalidated. It's gone. So we are no longer following the bounds of this anymore, right? Because we were following it here from the better part of about December 2022 to October 2023 on a clean regression until that massive downside that we pretty much talked about from 240 to freaking 170 something, right? This is X'd out. Now get this. I just told you. Conditions for the backtest, or the criteria here for the signal firing. By the way, let me see. Did the buy daily close today? It did, right? Freaking hope it did. Dude, no. CoinFox, no. Dude, like more than that. More. Way more. So, like $100. Okay. Buy daily critical contraction to expansion, we need, just like this iteration back here, we need the upside and the crossing of the moving average, as well as the upside on the volatility component. We have that today, right here. The crossing up and crossing up, right, of both the components. Then we have this nosedive on stochastics in the bearish control zone. And we have the stats for that. Man, all right, guys, check it out. The stats have now changed. This is now 36 iterations, of which 30 have been guessed correctly to the downside. All right, so that's because the last time we played it, it was right here and we nailed that massive downside. So that signal just fired off again. That means that this is likely in the 83 percentile of accuracy for downside. This is setting up an average breakdown of minus 14.70% over the span of about 31 days. The standard deviation, which is on a bell curve, right? On a bell curve, statistically speaking, the 68% of the results is where a decline of minus 9.90% can happen. Now, just in case, 9.90% gets overshot, then we have the average breakdown valuation, minus 14.70%. Okay, so let's start freaking plotting because we just got that signal fired. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, dude. It's over. Guys, we got another setup. This is the freaking play. I'm so excited. We are doing this together right now. I can't believe it. A whole almost hour right now, beyond the time that I was supposed to close up. Right? And look at the viewership coming down a little bit right now. They don't even know what they're missing. My goodness in heaven. All right, so let's get to measuring here. So the signal fired off at the close of today, right? So, or actually it was at the open of today. So that means that the signal fired off at 177.76. Let's start measuring. Standard deviation breakdown 9.90% from the open. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Oh man. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it was there, right? It's always from the opening valuation to the range low. But in this case, we don't have range low yet, right? So let's just measure the first potential, right? So this is going to be the first move, the initial move that we're observing, just like we did the last time, right? That's what it is. So here we go. The first move, 68% of the result, standard deviation, 9.90% drop leads us to 160.12. Current price action is sitting at about 169. Let's see, 169.48. Okay, let's see what the after hours did. 168.60. Okay. Let me come back here to the buy daily. Let's pull up the stats window and let's measure. So the first target that we're observing here would be 160.12. So we do have, there is confluence here, right? We have the daily ATR low. Remember, this is the daily ATR low. We closed a point lower already, right? So that's setting 164.87. So we're confluent here. All right. So if this thing, let's just say it opens up gapped down tomorrow, right? So it's already at 168. What if it opens up at freaking let's just say it opens up at about 164. Damn, dude. Yeah, just for now, team. For now, let's just kind of put our targets here at 164.87 to about 160.12, right? So that's going to be our range here. And in fact, we could use the 12-hour time frame to our advantage right now. Actually, let me see. There it is, man. Yes, because it reads the after hours. Check this out. Lower one standard deviation multiplier at 161.43, completely confluent with our target of 160.12. That is freaking money. All right, so let's see what else we can do here, right? Let's go back to the buy daily time frame. And now let's continue, because tomorrow alone, just tomorrow, we're gonna set the standards here for the criteria of the standard deviation. That means that we extend to the minus 14.70% of the average breakdown, okay? So that means that from this point here, right, we drop 14.70%. Let's go ahead and put that on deck. 14.7 puts us at 151.66 at the average drop. Oh boy. 151, and now we do have a confluent range. Let's see the daily. Hold on. Oh man, that's nasty. Let's go, man. Check it out. The daily reversion. I'm talking about the lower bound, 2 standard deviation multiplier to the downside, 147.19, 151.66 statistical bottom. Now we have a range. Let's go ahead and draw it in. So we'll put it. Just like this. That's going to be the 151.66 to the lower bound, 2 standard deviation multiplier, 147.19. 147.19, sorry. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I'll go ahead and get a little close right now. Just got to zoom in, right? All annoying. There we go. So here is the second area, the second target that we're going to be talking about, right? Okay, now Let's extend just one more time before we go into ridiculous targets. Okay, so the upper bound, or technically the lower bound of the first standard deviation would be 24.60%. That's a decline, right? So let's go ahead and put it in there. (24.60%). Right. Damn. Coin Fox. The upper bound of the first standard deviation, 134. My bro. Dude. Like, I'm tripping right now, man. I'm tripping over this signal going off. This is a massive opportunity, you guys. This is huge. It fired off today. It's out. It's gone. This is it, like, I don't know. Tesla is now in the process of making a massive breakdown again. And I don't even know why, but it's going to do it. Or, well, I can just tell you right now, 83% probability that it's going to do it. So you take it, you take it the way you're going to take it. Right? But that's what I am observing here. Let's back it. Let's see fib retracement. These were the previous targets that we already nailed. Already got them out the way. Right? So let's use the swing, the buy daily swing low to swing high, because this was the firing of the signal on this candle. So let's do that now. Ooh, man, guys. And I got to tell you this, man. The last time we traded this was strictly inside of the ARCa Bulls trading team. And I got to tell you, we nailed every single day of this drop with this very signal that we're trading right now. Go ahead and hit that link. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team. And get it done. Michael Payne, thank you for being here, my dude. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at CRTD for you too. All right. So, bottom side targets. Let's see if we have any confluence, right? So that's essentially what we're looking for. Well, absolutely we do. Check it out. First target that we're looking at, that would be your 160.12 correlated to the 1.618 at 158.87. Conveniently enough, we are chilling there. Let's go ahead and apply that little zone so that we can maintain stability here, right? Check that out. Awesome times here. All right, next target to observe, we're looking at the space between the 2 fib, 149.46, and the average breakdown, 151.66. Very, very close to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and just put, which is honestly just look at this. My discretionary bottom and the statistical top of that range, that marks off the center of the price action, the center, right, the focused area to be at the 2 fib at 149.46 right here. So, bam. This is your focus in that target there, okay? Next thing to observe would be your bottom target. Your bottom target, 134. Check it out. 2.618 at 135.40. My bro. Get the hell out of here. You're not even paying for this. Let's go. All right. So here's your bottom target. Bam. So now, team, what you're observing here is a massive breakdown play with 83% probabilities of succession. Brought to you, right to your lap. Option saying, let's bring Tesla down 135. Let's go. Candace Morrison saying, ARCa, on the last big play, did you play options in and out every day, or did you just buy long dated options? I actually did shares and options. So I did complex orders, but I didn't play them. I didn't play them the whole way down. See, the point of this, and this is going to be something that you'll experience when trading in the ARCa Bulls trading team. You'll have a combination of people. Ones that can swing the longer dated options contracts, puts, or short calls. Those there are people who play the swing on that, and there are people like me who play the daily ranges. So I don't want to give back whatever I gained in every single day, right? So and that's particular to playing the closer to expiry options contracts, right? So weekly expiries. In this case, I would probably use next Friday. So yeah, but I would play them for the daily range, for the daily drops, and then realize the gain, and then play it overall. So what I'm saying is that yeah, I'm calling out the play right now and giving you the bottom side targets, but the way that executes and the way that that's performed is very intricate. It's not just buy and hold or sell and hold. It's not like that for me, right? And in fact, it's the reason I backtest the way I do is so that I can determine days ahead of one direction. So that means that I'll be able to play trend and counter trend the whole way down. So I can zigzag calls and puts the whole way. So I will literally make 2.5 times the holding price downward doing counter trend trading and trend trading. In other words, ABCD all the way. But it's strategic, right? It's a personal thing that I do. Everyone has their own edge, right? And yeah. So Candace is saying, okay, so basically you did it daily, right? Yeah, completely daily. So Joe H is saying I'll bring that battery in a tin can, in a tin can company down as well. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. So Candace saying, CoinFox is saying in and out is fine if your thesis is correct. Keep you focused on your direction. Yes, that's exactly right. So I want to make sure that I can just play that. Right now, I'm basically saying we're playing between 169 and 135. You know that this is the area. Get creative. Siphon the market from this zone to this zone here. That's what I'm saying. And the way that's executed, well, you get to see that when you join the ARCa Bulls trading team. I do it live. I don't hide. I straight up do it right there. I do not care. I'll just do it the way it is, man, and then let it rip. Let them rip. Seb, I know, right? And then, yeah, options completely agreed. Oh, dude. So Candace, let's see. So you play both up and down on the big way down? Yes, I do. I do. The upside, the counter trends, I don't know that I'll call those out because those are tough, right? But the counter trend trades, I may keep to myself, but the trend trade, I absolutely will call out. So let's see. Sebastian Lim, Tesla, March 22nd strike, 140 puts, have a 30,000 open interest. Wow. Well, what is that saying about our play, right, Seb? Interesting, huh? Didn't you just mention that target, ARCa? Yes. So CoinFox is saying TSLQ would be, that would be the, the TSLS inverse, right? That would be the 2x long or 3x long, I think. Oh, dude, Joe, no way. Sebastian, it's 1x? Okay, dude, no, Joe, Sebastian will freaking, if he played shares on Tesla short, that fool will probably load up 2,000 shares and he'll probably just let it rip. You know what I mean? He's a low-key, a little whale there, man. He's a micro whale. CoinFox is saying TSLQ and TSLS made the exact same gain. Yeah, they're inverse to each other, 1x lever up and down. So it's just the reason why you would prefer one or the other is because your bias is more comfortable towards one direction. TSLL is 1.5. 1.5. Okay, so bull is a pro share upside. Okay, nice. Guys, yeah, whatever the strategy is, however it's played, it's open season, man. And this, I'm so happy that we got some of the viewers here sticking around for this massive play, right? So team, please remember, hit that link in the chat for YouTube and join the ARCa Bulls trading team, because this signal fired off today and we're going to be trading it right away. We're going to be trading it immediately. Right? But so guys, I can't tell you how excited I am about it. Please, let me hold on just a sec. I'm going to just go ahead and drop a little bit of this volume here, right? My goodness, man. We just been rocking and rolling the whole damn time. So, yeah, team, please go ahead and consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the ARCa Bulls trading team, and trade alongside some very talented traders. But this, again, the signal fired off again. Guys, I'm not going to, there's no way I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this was, we did it once already. We played a massive downside on this one time, and this is it right here. Look at this. All the targets to the downside. I saved it for a reason. I saved all of this for a reason. We were already freaking short the asset at 240. Man, let's go. Look at all the annotations. We played it from the top and continued all the way down. Met every single target, upside and downside. Right? Look at this, right? You have the bottom side targets here, counter trend trade to the top side here, get short again. Man, team, look at this right here. Bam. And then short. Bam. And guys, I will literally I will literally destroy. I will literally take over this stock in my own little mini way. God forbid I had high margin, dude. I'd probably return back 180%. But oh my goodness, dude. Let's see. Guys, don't forget that. Okay, forget I said that. I'm being ridiculous here. I'm just so stoked that I got that. You know what I mean. It's just it was a lot of work to do this. To put together this thesis here. It was. I mean, look for yourself. Check it out. These are all of my notes for the back test here. Right, every single iteration where that criteria met, historically speaking, throughout the entire time frame of the buy daily, then calculating, your average downside accuracy, average breakdown, average time frame, standard deviation, plus the first, second, and third standard deviation upside and downside. All that it took a long ass time, right? So just you know what I mean. And that's why I'm being a little bit like smug, right? I'm being a little show offy. It's because it took a lot of work, and I'm proud of it. And this is amazing. I get to share it with all you. This is gonna be sick. This is gonna be amazing, guys. Oh my goodness. What exactly is open interest? That it literally is that. Like, how many people are interested in the options contract of the underlying that you're observing? It literally is that. Is it a high number of people that are interested in it? Hell yeah, man. Then let's go with that one. You got to stick to the trend. Go to the sandbox where all the kids are, right? Don't sit alone in the bench. CoinFox is. Let's see. CoinFox is saying, "Hurry, Tesla going to drop $20. Let's buy TSLL puts and get $1. Come on." ARCa and CoinFox is saying ARCa set up another home run, dude. I certainly hope so. It has high probability. A huge hit rate. That batting average is out of this world, man. This is certainly something. Candace saying there's already TSLA bulls talking about shorting it. Even the bulls are starting to switch over. Oh my goodness. Joe H, you think I'm Jim? So now options is saying I will get some Tesla puts. Let's go, my bro. And CoinFox coming up with let's see, TSLA falling. That earnings gap fill was the early tell. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It had early chance and failed. My goodness. So QuickFox saying, ARCa, your TSLA analysis from 2 months ago is what brought me here. I'm rarely seen. Let's see. I've rarely seen anyone so thorough. No way, dude. Really, dude. Some of the people that you've shown me, like that guy Fintel, or I'm sorry, no, it was Fin Television or something. That guy, I watched him 2 days ago, maybe whenever you showed him to me, like 2 or 3 days ago. I haven't gotten a chance to observe him again, right? But I like that he puts together the swaps in comparison to the broader market price action, and also observes the direction of bonds against large cap risk on assets. Finfluential, yeah, that guy. So, dude, I thought he was hella thorough, and I was watching him, and I'm like, damn. I was like, is CoinFox trying to tell me something? I was like, am I not thorough enough? Dude, you just came in with that comment right now, and I'm like, whoosh, oh God, thank goodness. Right, so I just had a little bit of a girlfriend moment, right? But everything good. Candace Morrison saying yes, and they're having problems getting what they need because of all that's going on in the Red Sea with those damn what? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Oh my goodness. T-Con. Sebastian Lim. T-Con? What the is that? Are you joking around, or is that actually something? It's like LBB is gonna come in here and say, ARCa, can you take a look at TPAIN, the ticker? But look how crazy it is. Okay, I'm down. But dude, coin, that's amazing, bro. Yeah, that's one thing I have to that's one thing I have to tell you about this, dude. It's if you're not thorough and consistent with your data back testing on this, it's your own funeral. And so, dude, I will revise every single iteration over and over so that I make sure that it all meets the criteria. Because, dude, sometimes I get so dizzy in like back testing all this because, dude, I'm really speaking to. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, all I guess gathered together, there are probably 15,000 subscribers from everywhere, and the 3 platforms. So if I'm not thorough and if I don't, if I'm not consistent, or and if my diligence is slightly off, dude, then that means that's then I suck, and I can't do that, man, because they could be in danger. So, but yeah, that's really all I have to say about that, buddy. But dude, I can't express the many thanks to you, dude. But what the hell? But oh my goodness, what the hell is this? T-Con over the last week has moved from 19 cents to 70. Dude, this thing moved up like over 60 cents. Get the hell out of here. That's huge. 61.79% today alone. Where's the 12-hour? Yeah, dude, that's crazy. And what's insane is that the 12-hour time frame bull volume is still rising. It doesn't really show like it's slowing down at all. Look at the 4-hour volume this is parabolic, man. This is just ridiculous. Why did it do this? Was that no way? Was it that big of an earnings? Oh wow. So it's 103%, 1.54 million dollar surprise of revenue. Is that damn, dude? That's not bad. 112%. That's huge. Oh, so T-Con probably going to regain compliance. Yeah. So that means compliance team would be the 10 consecutive days of above $1, or else you get delisted, or you get kind of your promotion ends, right? So you probably become a SPAC. they're gonna put a W at the end. It's gonna be TCon W, right? So they probably want to maintain. And you know what? I'm surprised that they did it with earnings because usually it's dilution. Usually that has it ever. By the way, let me see. Majority of his life has been. Yeah, they've already diluted once. That was a 1-to-10 split on 2019. Okay, that's respectable. They've only done it once, and you can do this like once a year. I think they can dilute legally once a year. Yeah, you'll become an over the counter. Over the counter, right? So no good. But yeah, this is I think that but you got to watch out for this, man, because I know personally speaking, right? One of my favorite short bias retail systematic traders, like completely systemized, is Evan Shunk, right? So Evan Shunk, he's short bias and only in the micro cap and small caps. So this guy literally waits for the break of $1 on any of these assets. So, micro caps and small caps are shorted 90% of the time. At least 70% of the small caps and micro caps are shorted 90% of the time. So, keep that statistic in mind. So, I get it. And don't short here. That doesn't mean short here, right? You don't want to get in the way of this freaking flying Bugatti, right? It's going to trample you. So don't do that. Oh man. Seb, did you check? I don't think. Well, Seb is a charts guy like I am. I'm not sure if he checks the fundamentals, but do that. I mean, in this case, when you're trading long on small and micro caps, guys, it's highly advised that you look at the filings. It's everything will be there. Everything will be. It's probably going to be in lawyer jargon and stuff, right? But it's important for you to to observe or read the filings. It'll tell you. I mean, yeah, dude. This is. I don't see any reason why this would pull back other than just somebody scratching their left butt cheek and then they say, I'm going to sell right now, and then it just sells and they have a massive position on it. That's the only, that's the only randomness I can't read. 12. I was just in a 12-hour before this, and that's where I was like, holy crap. I told you 12-hour volume increasing. Bro, this is ridiculous. You have, I guess the only little speck here would be your stochastics on overbought. Your RSI is completely cooked here, right? I don't even think it's experienced anything higher than this. So, I mean, let me see. Horizontal line. Yeah, no, this is historically, it's the highest it's ever seen in the RSI. So, look at this here, man. If the 84.52 level gets 84.52 to about 95.89 is a resistance, right? So specifically that 95.89, then yeah, you could see a jump into the 110 area. 15 cents on this is big time, dude. So this average true range on a 12-hour is 6 cents. Daily is 5 cents for now. So careful with this one. So CoinFox saying TCon shares outstanding is 45.5 million implied shares outstanding, 45.5 million float, 40.5 million % held by insiders, and 4.97% held by institutions. 11.87% shares short, February 29th, 24 as of, okay, and then 449.68 thousand short percent of the float. So as of February 29th. So that's interesting to read, right? So I guess what's happening here is that there is short-term, smaller short position cover or stop or stop outs. But another thing to observe here is that this has a lot of long wicks, right? All these tails here they should give you a little story a tale with the tails, right? This being one of the biggest ones I've seen, obviously, right? But it does have these happenings, right? So, and that to me, it means that they need cash. So let's see. Ian Tucker saying CoinFox and options will tell you to read the filings. The company will tell you exactly what they're going to do, and when the traders, along with ARCa and Cryptic Trader, have helped me. So understand, know they work, know how they work. My brother, love you, dude. Thank you so much for sharing that with the team. Appreciate you so much. And let me observe one more thing. Let me see if I have a pivot somewhere. Man, I don't like to go down into these time frames here for divergences, but screw it. It is what it is. Yeah, damn, that's really interesting because I'm not catching any signs of maybe here if it closes, right? Let me see the weekly. Yeah. Let's just put it this way. If the asset doesn't close anywhere above $13, it's going to be a macro. It's going to be a macro bearish divergence on the weekly, right? So that's right there. That's alone. That's telling you, right? So, I'm going to say that again. You're at 63 cents right now. If this doesn't close above $13, then it's going to set up a weekly bearish divergence. So watch out because this is destined to come back down at some point. At least that's what that's what the charts are saying. All right, so careful. All right, I'm gonna kick you in the butt if you if you don't practice discretion here, man. This is dangerous. Oh my goodness, guys, that's gross. Let me take a sip of water. Hold on. Okay, guys. All right, ladies and gents. CoinFox. I got time for one more, buddy. You said for me to look at what was it again? Hood and SOUN, right? I think you said. Wait, hold on. Michael Payne, are you still in here, buddy? Let me know that you're still in here, Michael Payne. If you can hear me, go ahead and type in the chat right now, bud. He only said one thing one time, and I completely forgot. I'm actually looking at it right now, buddy. PRST. Oh, that's your 12-hour time. Oh, dude, that is yeah, that is likely, guys. PRST sitting at about 40 cents right now. Let me kind of observe this here-ish. Hold on. Okay. PRST. Stochastic momentum pivoted towards the upside. 15.4% incline today. 12-hour time frame post hour sitting at 40.30 above the EMA 20. We have a bullish crossover on the RSI, and this is also expanding and about to reach critical expansion. Okay. Yeah. This is the thing here is that if it comes up to around the 90-cent zone, that would be the efforts of about, and look at this, man, you're getting an increase in volume too. This is good. I could honestly see around, I would say 70 to about 88, 87 cents as the effort of about 2 days price action. So heads up with that. Michael Payne, you're here, buddy? Okay, awesome. I'm going to look at CRTD. Options. Options just said my blood type is microstrat positive. Nice. Chilling. Good times. Dude. Bro, I would honestly, if I were you, because of the freaking wins that you've gotten on that ticker, bro, like I would have already tattooed that thing on my, I don't know, bro, in my cheek. In my cheek. As in, open your mouth. Check this out. CRTD. The bottom lip. Fold it down. Oh, dude. Good times, man. Good times. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at CRTD here for my buddy Michael Payne. Love you, buddy. Sorry that it took so long. I'm being ridiculous over here. I hope I didn't wake you up. I know that I think you're in the East Coast, right, dude? But yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness. So today, 45% rise on this, right? When was the last time we looked at this? Michael, let me see. And the last time we looked at it, did it work out? Because it looks like it fell like freaking crazy. Why would it have fallen that hard? Oh yeah, but that was the split on in January. Uh Joseph, the indicators are all for any time frame. They're universal. Short or long, scalp, momentum, day, swing, whatever. Chilling. Right? So yeah, that was the RS in January. But dude, so this thing on the 5 minute time frame. Okay, right. I just needed to understand where the hell I was. Okay, awesome. It's it's gone from 116 to $10. What the hell? Wait a second. Oh, dude. Are you joking? Look at this. Oh my goodness. Don't. Is that for real? Let's see. Don't tell me that. Hold on. Let me go back here. Is this thing about to gap up to $20 from here? Jeez. Dude, CRTD may be getting ready for a ridiculous one here. There is absolutely nothing stopping this thing from running to $22 from here. Oh my goodness. Guys, you seen this? This is your first resistance here at 22.11. You're at 998. Nothing in the way. What? It's already broken. Oh, that was episode 1 of Micro Monday. Microcap Monday? What did I say? I hope I didn't say it was going to eat crap. Yeah, that was the reverse split on January. Dude, from there, it's ran from $1 to $10. And it just passed the inflection zone. Today, the last 8-hour candle print and the after hours surpassed it. Retracement to 857 and it's gone. Dude. Holy crap. Guys, this is a really speculative play, but this is mad. This is like it's getting the YOLO inside of me flourishing. It is. Hold on. The YOLO inside of me is flaring. Dude. What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? This is the YOLO here. Is it an OTC? It is, huh? Yeah. That's scary. Super, super scary. I don't know, man. I don't know that I'll have enough balls over here to actually do it, to tell you the truth, Seb, but but there's nothing to stop it from getting to $22. I'll tell you that, man. Are they trying to? Hey, but remember, Seb, that this was an OTC only because of non-compliance about a year ago. I think they were Nasdaq listing before that, and they were. Michael, can you elaborate on that? This was an OTC temporarily, right? Or no? Candace Morrison, this was this was this was I think VOCL. I think it was. I think it was originally created CRTD, and then it was VOCL, then VOCLW, and now it's created again, I think. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I have the balls to play it, but because in order for you to make money on this, you need shares, and this is really expensive. Oh, so okay, it's been an OTC for 1.5 years, right? And it was, dude, it experienced a lot of pressure when it kind of detached itself from GTII, I believe. So GTII and CRTD had this like weird little partnership or thing, merger of some sort that was, it was potentially going to, push the shorts out. I don't know if they were going to do a share, forced share recall, or it was going to be a buyback of some sort, right? Because of the merger or something.
ARCa.
Hey, buddy. Hold on. Let me put it on so that people hear you. Go ahead.
Guy who
Triple
the
X,
guy
you're breaking up.
can't hear me.
It's breaking up, buddy. It's like you're saying like, can you me up, up.
Middle of Sunday.
It's still breaking like crazy.
Shut up. Talk about it. Tell you about it. I'm in a thunder bear.
Did you say you're in a thunderstorm?
Yeah, bad. Real.
Oh, that
Right?
sucks. Yeah, I could barely hear you, brother. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll tell you.
You'll talk to me tomorrow, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
About what I feels.
Damn. Nothing. Yeah, people on YouTube saying you're breaking up bad. Sorry, buddy. That sucks. Anyway, team, apologies about that. Really wanted to hear about them. Again, team, I don't know if I have the balls to get this thing, right? Because it is $10, and in order for you to make money on this, no options contracts in this, right? So that means you have to put a bunch of money for an OTC. That's a little tough for me. But anyway, so Michael, this, like I said, man, there's nothing holding it back. It potentially retraced it to around 840, 857, 847, sorry, around there. Probably to reload some bulls and continue to the upside. The FOMO appears to be crazy. You have massive rising volume. So heads up on this, right? But I think you'll be good to go. Ooh. So Michael Payne saying GTII offered a 100 100 million for CRTD just didn't happen. Was trading at 800 cap. Easily worth 50 million plus. Damn it, dude. Wow. But yeah, brother, I think you're okay to go here. You know, so just a heads up, because I'm telling you, micro caps, small caps, of all kinds are experiencing some a big push. There's literally micros and smalls squeezing everywhere. So let's look at ticker symbol hood. Damn. That wow, this is very, very cool. So 1716 market close, went up to 1899 at the post hours. Wow, closing at 1895. That is powerful, powerful upside here. Okay, so your 12-hour ATR is 67 cents. The upper bound of the second standard deviation multiplier is saying $19.15, which is probably there right now. Who knows? 1783. Yeah, if it reverts, yeah, maybe to around. I mean, it's telling you that it would go to 1783 at the ATR top, right? But if it retraces beyond the ATR top, it's a little bit of an issue. That would bring you back to the mean at 1653. That's a lot. I don't even know that it has that much juice, but what goes up fast must come down fast, man. The uplist is in the works. Oh, dude, it's probably going to go to the moon when it does. No wonder it's people are trying to buy it. Guys, once Portillo's, what is it? Portillo's hot dog stock start to run up, the bull market will be over. What the hell, dude? Oh, Michael, dude, I love you so much, man. Brother, thank you so much. That means a lot, dude. Let's see if we can get that run to 22, man. That would be insane. Oh, think it'd be a little cheaper. But who knows, man? I think it's probably running because of all that spec. But yeah, dude, very cool. So yeah, team, I think here on Hood, you could see if there is a retracement. This is really strong, by the way, right? If you see a retracement, there could be a drawdown to 1762 to 1735. That's honestly really, really big. That was your consolidation box top, and the continuation of it, right? So, and it was very nice. It was actually creating a series of higher highs, higher lows. Very, very attractive price action. Hood sucks, but this is another one of those potentials here. This is oh man. Yeah, I would say as soon as it's over 1924, this thing could probably, damn, dude, it could probably go, like go. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is guys, we need to keep this in our radar. Let me see. Volatility contraction. There is a shift happening here, but that's the daily. So the 12-hour, huge upside correction, massive expansion. Damn it. Yeah, this is, let me see the 4-hour. That would be super bullish. Hell yes. This is very likely going up. Let me see the 1-hour. Damn. Just a little overinflated here on the hourly time frame, but that's that ripple, man. This thing is huge. Pushing on to the bi-hourly time frame, massive upside on there. Stochastic momentum, it's in critical expansion, volatility. 3-hour time frame, huge upside in critical expansion. Oh man. This is nasty. 4-hour time frame, we just saw it. That's in the bullish control zone. So super freaking amazing. Oh, Portillo. Okay, I thought, dude, I'm like, I thought I read Portillo, right? But then I'm like, why would this white guy say that? So then, in my head, so I'm thinking, did he mean to say portfolio? Options love you, bro. Oh man. Hey man, transparency here, right? Clear honesty. But okay, let me see the 6-hour time frame in this massive thing, right? Oh, yes, guys, this is really, really, really likely going up. And Tesla is highly, highly, highly dropping. 83% to be exact. Probabilities. Let's see. CoinFox is saying, well, 2 weeks ago, and even this Sunday, we said we're now looking for small caps to start the next cycle. Here we are. Dude, I can't help not to look at these because they're all the ones that are popping off. Bro, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks of saying this crap, you know? Okay, so here's the only thing that I'm worried about, right? This would be your daily resistance. But the daily is not reading the 12 hours. So I think the 12 hours is probably going to correct the daily into a continuation, into oblivion here. So let's into the, sky high. Moon. Actually, like for real, the upside here. So that's very likely going. I'm going to keep that there. Right? So heads up with that, okay? So let's look at SOUN, Soundhound. Soundhound IE. Okay, so it looks like we did have... Oh, right. This was the play. Oh, man, it's working out. Thank goodness. So it did reach, sort of, our topside target. This was the focus target, right? I wanted it to reach here before we can experience pullback to validate the $8 break, right? So, I mean, this is just a huge amount of price action. But if we can retrace, I don't know what it's going to do. Did it move on beyond this? Oh, goodness gracious. It moved beyond it. So it went to the secondary target. I was going to say that it would be awesome if it retraced to $8 so that we could get into here, the 1067 to 1016 top. Well, it made 1054 before I was able to say it. The measured move on this little silly bull flag, right? There's a couple ways of observing it, right? But this is one of them. And this would be kind of saying that you have a 1310 topside target. If I don't, well, let me see we're already in the 12-hour. Oh my goodness. I hate all these post hours. I need a damn platform that gives me the damn read on the daily anyway. The projection after the daily close in the daily time frame. Because I can't see it here. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. Well, geometrically is going to have to be. It's just going to have to be through geometrics. Let's see. But so far, remember, guys, I had you screenshot this. So far, so freaking good, right? We still have some more targets to go, by the way. All right, so, yeah, that's true. That is true. I have it right here. Yes. Wow. $1.04 expansion. Damn it. All right. Yeah, that's pretty freaking magical here, man. Let me see. 104 maybe. That would be 952, 962, 10. Yeah, so I think that this is gonna. What is it in? Is this trading 24 hours? Let me see that valuation now. Let's see what it says. Oh. Wow. It looks like crypto is up. And my Doge position is 142% up. Very little money, though. All right. So, anyway, let's see what SOUN is looking like. Damn it. It's not. Yeah, it's not. Of course, it's not trading the damn thing. Dude, that thing options. That thing is funny because the one sausage pulls her lips down. That's ridiculous, dude. Oh god, that's ugly. Anyway, so yeah, man, it has. This was I put these targets together because of Galvin, or was it Zoe? I forgot who it was, but one of them, I think they're either friends or related, but one of them asked me for this, and I think it was Galvin, but he said, take a look at SOUN, right? He, we were over here at around $3, and I said, oh damn, this is highly likely going, and I said, here are the targets, take a screenshot, right? So since then, it's made a move. Yeah, I was just looking at it. Coin this one here. That's so ridiculous. It's 24-hour candles. Oh no way! Wow. Yeah, you know what? I haven't even seen it. Let me see. Ooh boy. Oh, dude, yes. Wow. The puts are eating crap on this right now, man. Do you understand that March 15th expiries, $10 calls are up 3,700%? Good God. It just, the 950 calls that jumped in the money, those things just IV pumped and they just gamma ramped to 5,200%. God, dude, that's freaking amazing, bro. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's insane. Oh, man. All right, so yeah, dude. Yeah, I think next stop here would be 1171 to 1244. There is a psychological target at 1310. Okay, so just know for a fact that this thing has expanded to maybe a 104 average true range, which means that this can let's see. Yeah, 1062, 10. It probably goes to. It depends on where it opens, though. It really depends on where it opens, but it's it's $11 bound, Yeah, this is a gamma squeeze like no other. Damn it. Philly, what the hell happened? I don't believe it. Let me see. It's dude, what was said? Well, I mean, the thing is, dude, is that I don't think it's particularly Apple. It's big tech. Tech was red today. Could this do a GME? Let me see. For real though. I'm gonna look at the 12-month. Holy goodness. This is ridiculous. that green bar is insane, dude. What the hell? Oh, dude. It appears as such. Guys, this. Hold on. Let me take a look at the annual of. Hold on. SOUN annual. Oh, dude. Okay. Bro, let's go. Dude, that is a freaking tweezer bottom. 2 years. Oh, damn. That is a freaking tweezer bottom. And oh, dude, and the freaking volume on SOUN is already, let me see, 2.64 billion. Oh, dude, it is like 75-80% the volume of the prior bar. Dude, no way. This is very likely. Hey, man, is there a potential? Am I? Oh, dude, I need to backtest this. Okay. So guys, yeah, this is a very freaking typical V-shaped recovery setup. It's kind of like a buy formation of bullish buy formation. You have like a tweezer bottom, a speculative inverted hammer, continuation candle, and this is the validator candle too. So this is just nasty. And I'm very happy to see the volume is already at around 80% the prior bar. 9 months to go for close. Yeah, guys, SOUN is starting to look more and more ridiculous than I ever thought in my life. I need to backtest this, and let's determine which one we're going to do. Maybe a macro time. But do I even have enough time, though, historically? Oh. Damn it, I don't. That sucks. Let me see the 12-hour. Oh, dude. 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 Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. Seriously. I think this is gonna be $20 in like a couple weeks or a few weeks maybe. I don't know. But this is very likely going to experience a pump like no other. It's already gamma squeezing. So if it really gets into those, if it really starts to surpass the 19 level, this is going to be a full-fledged short squeeze. Like, out. Like, I'm not talking about gamma ramps. I'm talking about short squeeze. Wow. Dude, yeah, too many damn plays, but very few of them are this impeccable. You know, like SOUN, Tesla. Those are bangers. You know, banger plays. Also, the one that we were taking a look at, Hood. This also has a high probability. Damn it, I thought that we were freaking not going to do this early. All of these plays are freaking stacking right now. Holy crap. All right, so to determine which time frame I need to backtest, this sucks because I may have to use a shorter time frame. This is really overextended in these time frames here. Oh, dude, are you serious? There's no give here. Let me see. Oh, thank goodness. All right, the hourly time frame downside. But it is temporary, right? I'm not sure if it's going to support from the SMA 14 down here, but if price action did suggest a continuation to the downside, then that would be right around, oh man, I mean, could it be that drastic? It's potentially Down to 779. I don't know. That feels a little low, but it could be. It could be. Let me draw some there, and then, man, shh, dude, what the heck is going on? What the heck? Oh my goodness, dude. Hold on, I'm not. Right, we were on this target. Could it be, man? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. That feels like it's a little. Yeah, actually, well, I mean, I did talk about it a little earlier. I was talking about a retracement down to 779. If the 643 would be a little too intense. Let me see the 12-hour retracements. uh, uh, I'm rhyming a lot in 643 into sixes, but there is also some relevant supports at. Yeah, you guys, we have to. The retracement on this is going to be a little tough to tell, but it's just that I can't. It's $1 in average true range. It's adjusted, right? So if we're at 962, that would be 862. So that would imply that your upper one standard deviation multiplier of 856 is your higher likelihood. Okay, so yeah, I that would be my final little decision here. This is completely discretionary using some math, right? So 856. Let's put that in there. 856 to about 814. 814, where is it? Right? That's close enough. That little pocket. This right here I think that could be a loading zone. And the hourly time frame is suggesting that maybe. Yeah, 30-minute time frame is already crossing below the SMA 14. 15-minute time frame, definite crossover in the gravitational zone of the RSI, still suggesting a downside. Yeah, this is probably going to just break down for a little bit here, then catch some longs, and then continue on to the upside. So, yeah, heads up on this. Everything from there is suggesting upside, but just please do not enter without any validations, right? Only because we went into that zone does not mean long. It really just means. CoinFox is saying ARCa, the short float percent right now is over 15. Dude, yeah, you guys, yeah. I'm telling you. This is feeling squeezy. This is feeling like it's gonna short squeeze. It's applying massive pressures. I'm wondering if I can see. Hold on, let me pull up a new chart. SOUN has my immediate attention alongside with Tesla. Those two are killing me right now. These are massive plays.
Hey, I don't want to disturb you, but Sound also has warrants. SOUNW.
Oh, where are they?
SOUNW. I think they're at like 450.
Oh, they already were exercised.
No. They cost 450. The warrant is at 1150.
Oh, 1150.
Yeah.
Ah.
They're good till 27, I believe, 2027.
2027. 11. So what was the strike on that? 1160?
1150.
1150. You hear that, coin? We have 1150 warrants. If they exercise them, it'll probably bring down the price action just a little bit. But to tell you the truth, SOUNW, yeah. So to tell you the truth, it could be a reload. But I mean, honestly, they would exercise them. Options, let's do it, dude. This is the next play. We already have Tesla done. That's already All we do now is just follow through with the fundamentals from that, which we're already getting, and it's a massive inflow of it. But SOUN, this is a fresh play. There's a lot to do on this one. So I'll start the back testing on, I think, either the 6 hour or the 4 hour throughout the entire trading history. I'll probably try multiple time frames because there's not that much to back test on this. It doesn't have so much historical data, which forces me to use the hourly time frames rather than dailies. Okay. Brother, thank you so much. Smokescreen, thank you so much for sharing that piece of information with us.
Yeah, no problem, man. I made a bunch of money on them like 3 weeks ago.
Did you? Sweet.
Yeah, I bought them at like 235, sold them at 340.
Let's go. Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, freaking 100% runner. Let's do it.
Yep.
Hell yes. Okay, so what was I going to show you here? Oh, right. I wanted to take a look at something. Let me see if I could. I think I remember someone had. I haven't looked at it in a while. I don't remember if it was inferential. Let me see. Trades, that's a net profit 174. So this is complete decline. That would be 12-hour upper time frames for us. It's not working out on this. Hell no. Okay, that tells me a lot about you. You're done. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little tough for me to do on this side. I really am gonna start Thinkorswim. Literally just for that. Okay, let me see. Yeah, let's see. Oh, damn it. This is going to be a quick read for us. Yeah. It looks like it. Yeah, man. Every time this. Well, I'm going to read. Yeah, I'm going to read the. I'm going to read the iterations here and see when this retraces and when it goes. By using alpha, beta, and gamma. This is insane. All right, yeah, but there is a fair bit of attention that we can put into this, but there is high probability here. So for example, this looks like it peaked into the 33%. I'm going to set that there. This looks like 8%. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to try to see if I can gain the higher probability retracement gamma and then see how it moves, because the reason why is because the present, this is happening. So, which is typical for it to do. So this top side retraced, then exploded, right? You have other iterations too. So you have the top side retrace, explosion, right? And similar situation here. It started to rise, just retraced, and then huge explosion. So it tends to do that, right? You're rising, retrace, and explosion. So I want to know how many times it's done that and what was the percentage increase on this on gamma to see how many times, or to see what the upside can be. I don't know that I'll get the most accurate read, but I know that I'll be able to back my historical volatility in linear versus stochastics alongside gamma levels. So I need more than just the volatility read. The Thinkorswim mobile app is difficult. Oh my goodness. A CoinFox saying, I guarantee no stream is breaking it down like ARCa, the man and his team. Everyone in here has something valuable to add. Thank you, dude. CoinFox, I appreciate you so much, buddy. But yeah, I think we have something to backtest here, and there could be a very good read on this. This is just the hourly time frame, so it's gonna give me a million reads here, but at least I'll be able to know how frequently it can happen and see if we're set to make that move. I mean, immediate short-term time frame retracement, of course, just like this here, right? It's set up before it popped, right? You have that decline in price action here before it popped. Every single one of them have a short-term time frame decline. But what's in common is that it's all during an upside. It's all making the higher high. So that's why I want to test this again. And let me see. Because at the moment, it looks like your alpha and beta are reaching percentages that have been used historically for massive upsides, right? So here, let me color this blue. That there. Keep an eye on the times where the blue line, right? Keep an eye on the times where they have reached those critical levels right here. Right? So it started off right about at this point here for that decline. And again, right? It declined, price action declined. You have this huge read on alpha and beta and then massive pop. And it's right around the zone. And this popped from under the zone that where we were. So this is an even more powerful move than any of these iterations in its history. This is another one here. It was responsible for this move up here. Yeah, guys, there's something to read here. This is incredible. Something is up on this, and I'm very interested to see what the hell it's going to do. Options is saying this reminds me of 2021 and Moderna times. Massive runs to the upside, dude. Awesome. But guys, I think that we have covered a massive amount of opportunity here. The markets are getting ready to push some serious levels for us. I encourage you to join the ARCa Bulls trading team by clicking on the link in the chat here. Come on by and trade alongside some very talented traders, guys. I can tell you one thing. We all have something to offer in a different way, right? And everything from like options to discretionary, using me as a systems trader or systematic, right? Massive talent. But I appreciate that. So Options is saying, yeah, guys, ARCa brings some good TA to the table, guys. Thank you, Options. Dude, you have done much yourself, my dude, and I congratulate you on your recent plays, dude. That is just massive. Right. That's another one too. I forgot. MicroStrategies is MSTR that's another one, right? Short-term pullback Thursdays, red days for BTC. All right. Thursday, red day. So get the pullback, long the call, right? Get the validation first, of course, then long the call or long your shares and ride the upside. I do see BTC continuing to a massive upside. I honestly think that maybe another month and a half, we can see BTC at that 88K level. And by then, some of the holdings here for some of the smaller caps, we'll check Bitcoin dominance and then see how that is moving, right? Because there is a really weird relationship between both of them, right? Because usually there's an inversion between Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin spot or futures. So in this case, we have so much upside that there's almost a rhyme happening that's parallel in direction to each other. And they're running at the same pace towards the upside. One of them is waiting for one of them, right? So in this case, of course, it's just gotten so much upside that they just started running in parallel or horizontally towards the upside, however you want to see it, towards the right. But yeah, very, very cool stuff. But yeah, team, I appreciate everybody for coming on by. Let's go ahead and get some rest. Let's make sure to come on by the stream tomorrow. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Let's play the Tesla play. Let's play the microstat plays, and also the SOUN plays. That's going to be huge winners for the team coming up. And I don't want you to just see a post on Twitter saying, congratulations, team, on this 300% gainer. Be a part of it. So join the team. Come on by, and let's see what's good. But until then, team, I appreciate everybody for coming on out. If you have any questions or concerns, you know where to reach me, right? DM me, email me, do the whole thing. Quinn Fox, thank you for your assistance, my brother. Options, you too, dude. Thank you so much, everybody, for providing this. Seb, love you, buddy. And, of course, you guys, it's always good to have the support within each other. But just 300%, you know what I mean, Seb. My goodness, my bro. But yeah, team, love you guys. Please be safe and be well. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any shares or any stock or anything whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well, a good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.